only 2 weeks since I've had this.
We're not really rolling.
We're not rolling.
Well, I didn't know that.
But we are rolling. We are rolling here.
On
Drunk on Crypto. So welcome to Drunk on Crypto. I am Satoshi Sean. That's the Irishman from Kiss. That is Rice from Rice Crypto.
Winger.
Yeah, Kip. It's Kip Winger's cousin, actually.
Yeah.
Kind of an odd fact.
I played bass, backup bass.
Yeah.
Backup bass.
Backup bass.
In case the bass player got injured,
Yeah.
Well, Kip was the bass player. I really played in the back, and he pretended like he was playing when they were singing. But that was me playing the bass. I really wasn't backup. I was the bass player and winger.
That's Tommy. He is from Ace of Base. Another fun fact.
Oh, give me a break,
dude. I swear, I'll tell you all this.
He saw the sign.
I'm gonna stop.
Co-wrote Barbie Girl.
I'm gonna stop the introduction for a second. I'm gonna tell you a secret that my kids, if they were not cleaning or not doing their chores, or as a punishment, I would blast Ace of Base. And like, you got to listen to this the whole time you're cleaning. And the first time, like my son Nick, he was ever just bold-faced defiant. He went into the to the disc player, got the disc, and threw it out the front door. And I was like, "Did you just do that to the Ace of Base CD?" It's like, yeah.
That just
it was like 10 or 9. It was like,
amazing.
No more.
It could be worse. It could be Little River Band. It could be something real dumb.
Little River Band.
I got rid of a raccoon that was nested in my garage with like little ones by playing Prodigy for 3 days straight.
I love Prodigy though. So don't say anything bad about Prodigy. I really do. Yeah, they're one of my favorite electronic bands, especially the newer stuff or their newest stuff. Unfortunately, one of their singers passed away.
Yeah, it was like, what do I have that's repetitive and noisy? And dude, it literally dropped. So you can, Prodigy.
Dude, Grim Reaper is what you should have played.
Prodigy's
literally every song was hell.
Yeah.
See you in hell, go to hell,
now
be hell, I'm from heaven. They were all hell songs. When I wanted to piss my parents off, I would close my door, lock it, and blast Grim Reaper, dude. My stepdad would just be screaming to my mom, "He's playing the hell music again."
I would have done some like Deicide or Cannibal Corpse. Cannibal Corpse, I definitely, when you're trying to get people out of a club and you're closed and people are trying to dance and enjoy themselves, you throw in a little Deicide or a little bit of Cannibal Corpse, little Florida death metal with that guttural growl. It doesn't really keep people too interested in staying in those facilities too long. It does a great job, and I enjoy it in the process.
Ooh, God bless demographics. I bet you could do the same if you had like a black metal, club. If you just started bumping Prodigy, they'd go out like raccoons.
What do you mean, like King's X or in Living Color or Living Color?
Hey, we played with.
That was like, look, man, I'm very quick-witted. Now that was
Living Color.
No, that was a little bit of a racist joke.
We played with King's X.
That was a tiny bit racist.
I can't believe you said that, Sean.
But it was funny, and it was not meant in a negative way. You said black metal. You said black metal, and I said King's X or Living Color.
It was like.
Well, what about Body Count?
Black metal band.
Black metal band. Yeah. Yep.
Body Count.
Joe.
Or what about
turntables? We can scratch this shit up.
You want to do acapella? We could do a live song acapella. We can all choose an instrument and mouth it out, sound it out. We could do it.
Streaming is a lot harder than just recording.
Remember,
you're doing some maintenance over
there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I am.
I think you just press start and you press stop. Like, I have to edit and I go through a whole process and then I got to encode a video. Like, this is simple, dude.
Speaking of process, we're introducing each other.
We're still doing
that? I stopped it to make the Ace of Base story. Tommy, why don't you introduce yourself, and then Eric, you introduce yourself. It's Eric the Viking, and
Eric co-wrote Barbie Girl.
Tommy the Gun. No, I'm out here in Colorado right now. Just grew up out in Wisconsin, in the North Woods of Wisconsin, and yeah, man, just have always had a general interest in finance and how it just kind of played a current role in society, and I've gotten to cryptos and really love the idea behind it, really love the honesty behind it, and then but have always been more of a conspiracy theorist kind of guy for the last 20 years about the situation, and it's just become more and more apparent.
You're going to have to come back to something that you said there that Lee, I'm sure, would love to discuss. But you're up there next, Eric.
Yeah, Eric Sullivan. I work on my own decentralized application. Have been working on it with a team of folk for a while. It's called Kool-Aid, the Kool-Aid One on Twitter.
Yeah. I've been waiting to do that.
Bust through that wall.
That wall.
So, and played drums with Tom and band. We were pretty, fairly political, and we would always research politics and, try and find the lowest common denominator, the reason why we're all, saddled to this, I guess, slave ship that is, American finance, world finance now.
World, yeah.
Yeah, and trying to figure out a way to get out. So, other than that, grew up on
We see some light, though. We see some light.
We are. I'm not gonna lie.
We're seeing some light. When we have a better understanding of this light, we're gonna share the light a lot more. But we see the light.
This is the case.
I see a lot of darkness.
Yeah,
a lot of darkness.
A lot of darkness, dude.
We're gonna.
This
way.
With Drunk on Crypto, usually what the idea was is that crypto is very hard to understand. It's hard for people to get into.
Yeah.
So we want to keep it simple, which is what KIF stands for. Keep it fucking simple.
That's what KIF stands for.
Yeah, keep it fucking simple. Crypto.
I never knew that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But
so I thought you were saying KISS. Like I didn't know you were talking about KIFs being a band as well. It's like this is like a double play on words, or KISS and KISS.
But we would make ourselves simple by getting drunk, and then having people on that either didn't know a lot about crypto or just CEOs or other people in the space, and they get drunk and then say funny things. I usually down a bottle of something right away, but I don't have that many bottles that I want to down, so we should take some shots. You got a shot there, there, Lee?
Of course I have.
Oh.
We got Nick as well coming in, man.
Yeah, he's supposed to be already. This dude, Facebook is really annoying. It keeps going to live Detroit Metro Police.
I shared something on Twitter.
No, Nick is on the way, man. He got a drink. He said he's on the way. I'll get him the link.
Nick is on the way.
Okay, since everybody's doing this, I'm gonna go grab me another beer. I'll be right back.
Oh, Nick is on the way. Okay.
We'll be rotating in and out. And
See, we're all getting started.
Something special for this occasion.
There he is.
Bullet.
The guy that hangs up and doesn't return your calls.
Yeah.
Yeah, there he is.
Nice.
It's absinthe.
Ooh, yes.
We're gonna fucking do it tonight.
Man, a guy like you already.
I returned the call, and then I took a serious nap, and then I'm here.
Yeah, at least he didn't, drop off the call and then say, "Oh, I have a thunderstorm and my electricity's out." Like, dude, it looks like you're back online. Fuck off.
Don't fucking go down that road now. Hey, too early. I was going to be nice to you, and I was going to say, "Look what I'm drinking out of."
That's nice. Hey, show him the glass. There was. Oh fuck! I'm not drinking out of my glass. Fuck.
What, Irishman drinking Guinness is like how much more stereotypical?
No, it is. It's engraved. It's engraved. Satoshi Shaw and KIF Crypto. We have matching glasses. Yeah,
that's sweet.
Pretty fucking nice.
How do you guys do that whole long distance relationship from Texas to Finland?
Not easy, man.
No, but we're committed.
We're determined.
Yeah. And Nick's in California.
I mean, at least my butt buddy's closer to me, right, Eric?
That's right. Get up here. We're doing butt stuff.
We're just hours away from each other. You guys are like.
I thought you were talking about Bozak.
Oh,
obviously you do have a type.
Yeah.
Are you saying that there's a commonality between Eric and Ken?
Yeah. He looks like a cleaned up Ken. He looks like Ken going for a job interview. That's what he looks like.
I've been trying to get Ken remotivated, man.
Yeah, that's what he looks. You look like Ken. I got a job interview. I'm gonna get trimmed, cut everything's cut. Well, you know. Yeah.
Have you seen older pictures of Ken on his Facebook page?
No, I don't stalk him. So, you know.
Well, no, when he first got into crypto, he was still working another job and looked completely normal.
Someone says, hey, I was looking at all the older pictures of you on Facebook.
I've known that since that long.
And I noticed.
So, and Eric met the gentleman that activated Ken Bozak that you know, the way that Ken dresses with the pajamas, the kind of neo-hippie kind of, I don't give a fuck kind of Ken. Like that was Justin Trudeau's brother, Kyle Kemper, up in Canada.
He's a straight up cool cat.
And Ken will say this, like I've said this many times, you know, in interviews with Ken and with Kyle, and you know, Ken will definitely admit. And if you knew Ken, or if you stalk his Facebook and you look at timelines, you'll see the transformation. You will see.
I'm not live anymore on Facebook.
We are.
It says we are.
We are
Right there. It says it right up there.
It says was live to me.
And it says live.
It says live, dude.
Oh, yeah, up in the corner?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lie, man, perpetrated by the government. But on Facebook, it says we're not
I've
live.
never seen you so obsessed, man, with the fucking thing. Just forget it. If it's live, it's live.
This is Nick.
Come on.
Hey Nick, how you doing? I don't think I know you, man.
He's our buddy, and he works for eXchangily with us.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
What's
So
your
what-
We taking
position?
any shots?
I have a
Oh, yeah,
vodka,
let's
I have
go.
a vodka water.
Okay, I have vodka, and I'm watching myself
What
on
are you gonna-
screen.
Are you gonna drink a bong water rice?
No, I'm gonna take a marijuana smoke shot.
Oh, okay.
I don't have liquor.
Gotcha, boys.
Cheers, fellas.
Rock and roll.
Oh, that's fucking nice.
So I was watching you guys on Facebook, on YouTube Live before I joined. And then I joined, and I could hear your conversation and the delayed conversation, and it was a complete disaster. It took me like a minute to figure out what was going on.
Nothing. There's nothing going on.
I was like,
That's
I
the way
joined
it's
and
going to
this
be in
just
about
went
an
to
hour's
pure
time.
Chaos. I don't know what's going on here.
Oh yeah, it's
fine.
It's always a good thing to turn down the live because it definitely screws you up.
All right, so I would like to get your opinion.
Who?
Hold on. Ice is
Oh,
melting.
real quick, I just want to give a shout out to Dora. She's awesome. She's gorgeously beautiful too. I agree now. I agree, Sean, with your original assessment.
What was your original assessment, Sean?
That she's a very lovely lady.
That he has a sexy boss.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't say
But
that.
that was before she was his boss. He was
might not be your boss,
he was
but she's-
enamored. He was enamored. She caught his attention in quite a special way. And I understood why.
That's not what he said to me.
So I got watermelon vodka and cotton candy.
Bang.
I love
candy
bangs.
energy drink.
Those
Yeah.
bangs are awesome,
Oh.
dude.
Oh,
It's got the creatine. It's got your cock 10 in it. Your CoQ10. Your cock
Yeah.
10.
You like that tin cock.
Well, you're the one putting a 10 cock in your mouth there, bud. Telling me I like it.
Hey, nothing beats a tin cock.
mm.
Nope, the CoQ10, cock 10, 10 cock.
All right. So you mentioned Charles Hoskinson, and did you interview him recently?
He likes birds.
No, and I know that he's not going to be watching this live stream, so Eric knows the
So
situation.
you could be
but
okay. Well,
I ended up oversleeping and just like completely missing him, and they waited on me. But I'm trying to salvage the situation. I think I can, but I was up the night previous researching, and it's 5 o'clock in the morning. I was going to go 3 hours of sleep, and
me and Lee were talking about this.
I stood Charles up.
Voorhees, was a shapeshift, a bunch of these crypto companies
Sorry, Charles.
with people that were very libertarian, very anti-government, very, the banks fucked everyone in 2008. They took millions of dollars in PPP loans and money from the government here in this round.
Good.
IOHK is a private company.
Right.
Turn it-
But
And they build and take their resources to build the decentralized cryptocurrency Cardano
so you're
ADA.
cool with them having done that.
In a sense. In a
I
sense,
am.
now I'm not cool.
Eric is
I'm
fucking
not
really
cool.
happy that he did this.
I am not cool with Justin
You know-
Sun and Tron Foundation receiving the PPP money at all. Not cool with that. But now, also, if you look at who received the PPP money, you'll see that they all have the same banking or same lawyers, same attorneys. So it's just a certain select group that took advantage of this because someone was going to take advantage of it.
Well,
and as a
that was
matter
the
of
thing.
fact, all
But
these
that's
different
also-
corporations
that's
who
also
didn't even
Soros'
need to be
ass.
bailed out took advantage of it. And they're not even allowing that information to go public is how fucked up that is. So I have no problem with IOHK publicly taking money and me knowing about it when all these other motherfuckers who should never got bailed out that are being sealed and we don't even know who's receiving the money. I'm good with IOHK.
You don't think that it is hypocritical for them to say that when banks did it in 2008, that it was part of the problem, and that they just the battle cry was, well, if we don't do it, our competitors will, and they're going to have an unfair advantage, so we have to take part in it.
If you're
Which
not
is the
taking advantage of
exact-
this free money that
But
everybody
it's
is
the
right now,
exact thing
then
that
you're
they're
retarded.
saying. The exact thing that they're saying now, though.
if you're not,
I would say
mean,
this. No, to be honest with you, if you're going to take that money as somebody in crypto, you have to, follow the rules of crypto and make sure that that money is eaten straight by Bitcoin. Take that PPP money and
Now-
go straight to Binance
now,
or whatever
for
exchange
Sean's
and buy
argument-
Bitcoin with
with
it.
Sean's argument, though, I get it because they did an ICO. There was some things that they did to accumulate money. So it's like, why did you need the PPP? But regardless of that,
in
it's
the
still
in the chat, that I think that is kind of part of the plan of some people, to just keep stimulating with stimulus until we go to hyperinflation.
it's free money. Take it, buy crypto, buy silver, buy
it's-
gold. It's
it's-
free
it's
money because
one of
it's
those
all,
free
in my
money eats
opinion, it
bad
looks
money.
like it's all going to be put on the Federal Reserve's balance sheet.
What
And
I
the Federal
understand-
Reserve is going to be like a domino. It's going to go bloop, and all the
What I
debt's going to go
understand
with
from
it.
Sean, though, I totally understand. But where I understand from Sean's point of view is that was George Soros' attitude, during the Holocaust, man. I mean, it was, well, if I didn't do it, somebody else was going to. And
Ooh.
I'm not saying that I don't have that attitude, but I'm just saying
Eric's getting unemployment.
Oh, dude, I've gotten.
Are you getting anything right now?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so let's not have that conversation then.
But that's my attitude, though, is that
Well, then you're
is
part of the
that-
problem
well,
too.
totally,
No.
totally.
Yeah, but also, but
If
see,
you're,
this,
I'm
this was
saying
also
from Tom's
like,
perspective. I love you, Tom. You know that.
when you
Oh, yeah,
look
no,
at
totally,
like these people, they were leaders, and they came out. This is my opinion. This is how things are, and now they completely did a flip. So
Well,
that
they flipped a long time ago.
Max Kaiser is just like infuriated. I don't know if y'all saw.
No,
it.
it's not Bitcoin Ben's Tom. Sorry, I just had to specify that.
No, dude, you're absolutely right regarding like these people being leaders, but they were leaders. Shapeshift way before COVID decided that they were going to go full legit and
They had to operate in the United States
and do KYC
without being forced to shut down or to go underground. You have to play by the rules like we've talked about.
Yeah, we've talked about it plenty of times, and I absolutely agree with Sean in that sense. But I think after 2017, everybody got their nut. Nobody gives a shit about freedom anymore. If you were a leader in crypto, nobody cares. They got their money. They're done.
We talked about this. The paradigm has shifted. Whereas a lot of people, when crypto first started, you had a lot of libertarians, a lot of people who would identify as anarchists or voluntarists that were in this space for the change. But since then, some of those same people have started to assimilate into helping the old traditional system to be able to be relevant. Even Chainlink, everybody talks all this good stuff about Chainlink, but they're working with the Swift system to remodernize it and keep it legitimate. So why are we praising Chainlink? You've got people who have created Ethereum over a consensus. Just Joe Lubin working on creating white papers for central bank digital currencies.
Yeah.
So it's once these people started getting money, there's a very few select people that have stayed true. And I hooked both you and Sean. I hooked you up, and you hooked Lee up. Roger Ver. that motherfucker stays true.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Who is constant? I don't understand how that man
Is
fucking
being dogged and
exists.
ridiculed.
Why he
the
even
ridicule,
tries,
yeah.
dude.
It's because Blockstream is that
Why he
powerful,
fucking
but
exists.
that's why I want to support him. That's why I want to bring his voice.
I would
like,
be in prison from punching motherfuckers in the fucking
Oh, yeah.
face.
he's, well, and do you know that he is a black belt jiu-jitsu champion?
Yes,
that
I
he's
do.
competed globally, and he could probably fuck
Yeah.
most of these people up.
Dude, that dude would roll some
Like
cats.
karate chop, fucking
Yeah, but
Adam
dude,
Back.
he'll literally post something like
I would love to see him take
Puppies-
on Adam
he'll-
Back from
he'll
Blockstream in
he'll
a
post something
martial
that-
arts MMA fight.
he'll post something like puppies
Be
are
all
great.
in all.
And there's like all these people like, fuck you, fuck puppies. You don't really like puppies, you're
Dude,
lying.
the people who like Roger Veer, everybody was like Roger Veer, and then the infiltration came in, and then you had all the people who were sucking the tit of
Dude,
the
there are
enemy.
bots that have been
And-
created to just watch him. He'll tag me in a post, and then I'll get posted on 10 things Roger
He
Veer
does it
talked
to
about
me. That's
Satoshi
why-
Sean.
That's why he's so inviting to us, because he's being put down. Like he needs to make himself relatable, because
Janie, thank you. This is good. This is very delicious.
What are you concocting over there? You got Bang and
he's
some-
drinking
Dude, just
Carnival-
leave
carnival
him. Leave
alcohol.
him, man. The
guy-
end results are good. Just let him
This
get
is
down.
Calypso Colada. This is really
you
good.
could tell who's the female in
Yeah.
the relationship.
I'm good.
Oh,
All right,
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I'm gonna take a quick shot from a dog.
Shout out to Tom's dog.
yeah, Murphy. This one's for you.
What a great name, Murphy.
Yes, sir.
Mm.
Doc,
Sorry, Tom. I love you, brother.
Man, that's
thanks,
good.
man.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
You know, I was really gonna say that too, man. Like Chris and almost called you Eric for a second, Sully. Chris and Sully and
No,
Sean and-
our name is like I'm Rice and he's Eric. It's
Yeah.
all the same 4 letters mixed up.
Backwards
it.
anagram.
and the thing is, though, no, I really appreciate the talking with you guys too, because I mean, you guys are a crew of good people, man. You know, Sean, I appreciate talking with you. I don't know if Jason was able to make it tonight or will be able to, but it's good talking to him too. You know. And-
He's out with there's a big gathering at Clint Westwood's farm with a bunch of different folk like Coin Lisa, Jason, the Public Awakening. I think Dick's Weir might be out there, possibly Dick Algire.
Bam!
And well, I mean, yeah. So did I say that out loud? I'm sorry. This is Drunk on Crypto. Thank you.
I cannot be
I'm
held
excused.
accountable for the words of my friend.
No, I speak for myself and only for myself. But yeah, I did say Dickless Algire. Oh, I said it
Damn.
again. Fuck.
Yeah. He's an all right cat. I saw him in Vegas.
I
He's
don't
a good
know.
guy.
I mean, I don't know. Hiding out, bugging out, and saying that you'll give in to comply so that you'll accept your 666 beast number
Is it-
chip.
Isn't he the original military psychonaut? Like
He's
he
our
might
remote,
know a
he's
little
our,
bit more
he's
than
our
us.
so-called remote viewer. And I mean, I'm not saying I disbelieve remote viewing, because I know this information has been studied by our government and it's been declassified.
He was part
But
of it.
is I don't think I just think his stuff is entertainment. That's it.
Well,
Sorry.
one of my biggest, and I'm all about the psychic realm and everything else, but one of my biggest things with like psychics and whatnot that I tend to see on a regular basis is they're able to project what you want out of life, not what's going to become and not the future, but they're able to project at least the ones I've come in,
No, I feel you.
and worked with. It's just like, well, yeah, I know what I want, but tell me something I don't know. I think that's really it. It's like, tell me something that I really don't know.
It's a really interesting time period to be alive, man. All the things that we're experiencing and witnessing.
Mm-hmm.
We're all kind of in the same age range, so we've all experienced the same kind of change throughout our life to lead us to where we are now. And it's such a surreal thing, to be where we are currently.
Yeah.
And how
I
complacent.
have a comment or a question I want to put forth. This is when I take a step back, and I downed a lot of vodka.
I just burped a stinky burp. It was a really nasty sting. I'm glad you guys couldn't smell that thing.
Well, but
No,
now
I
we know.
can
But now we know about it.
I can smell it through my speakers.
It's
horrible.
awful. I'm almost ashamed of myself.
So we have the federal police, which are, and I'm saying this, it's a very odd thing to say, completely loyal to the president and the administration.
Are the federal police?
Yeah.
Define that,
DHS.
because I don't understand what federal police are.
No, it's DHS, Department of Homeland Security.
No, only a portion, and the other
Department-
portion is the
Marshals.
border patrol.
Oh yeah, they are using Border Patrol. Too.
Yes. Now but these police.
Yeah, but aren't they calling just recently in your state? Aren't they calling Texas militiamen? It's border patrol now.
No, it's a
What's
different
up
thing.
with that?
That's a
What-
different
what
thing.
is
I
up
don't
with
want to
that?
talk about that right now, Rice. Let me finish
Sorry.
my thing.
Let me do it.
God.
It's my
I wanna
show, let
mute
me do it.
myself.
So
man.
we have these cities, which are very they're Democrat cities that have been burning and all this other stuff, which may be by design. You know, the left wing and the right wing are part of the same bird. I always say that. But these police, these federal police that are on the streets, they are 100% loyal to the administration because these are specific law enforcement that the other side and people have called for the end of ICE, the end of the Border Patrol. They are not the intelligence community like the FBI and the CIA, which is more an arm of the other side of the left. They are all on the ground in these key cities. I don't know if you've noticed this, but there's a mass exodus from cities in general, but especially in California, in LA, and Hollywood.
San
Joe
Francisco.
Joe Rogan's moving out. Other people are moving out.
There's a decrease. I mean, there's people leaving big cities, but there's an increase in a demand in real estate right now.
No.
and
I'm not
increasing
talking about
in
real estate, though.
urban
I'm talking
areas.
about-
In
I'm talking
urban
about
areas. People are
elites.
moving from big cities to small places.
Yeah,
is what I'm
that's
saying.
not what I'm talking about. You're going off on a weird tangent. Stop
Okay.
it. I'm talking about these people. Certain people are moving away from this area, which is moving towards a control of a certain group.
The
Now,
Amish?
now these people.
I
Now,
fucking told you the Amish, man.
when it,
The
no,
Amish?
when,
Are we
when it
talking
comes
about the
when it
Amish,
comes
though?
to when it comes to the Border Patrol, when it comes to ICE, all that, these people's jobs have been just championed by Trump and championed by the right. And they're now in these key cities and key places. I don't know if you noticed or you know about this, but in Houston, China, the consulate's been given 72 hours. They got like 24 left or 15 left to
They've been
evacuate
burning
and close.
documents. They've been burning documents in their
Repeat that
courtyards
again?
in
No,
Houston
repeat
and San
what you just said.
Francisco.
Oh yeah, what
The
is-
Chinese consulate, the
Mhm.
embassy, they were ordered to vacate and get out of here within 72 hours.
Out of the United States.
Yeah.
Yeah, with like 50 hours ago or more.
Per who? Per
Yeah.
Trump?
Yes.
Okay, because I might
Is
have
there
missed
no
that.
other
There's been
embassy-
a lot, there's been a lot going
this,
on.
yeah, but this is
Embassy
this is what I
Oh, now get
this is what I'm looking at.
out of here.
I'm thinking that Hollywood, that enemies of the current state and administration will be linked to China, that we will make a move against China. The UK has made several posturing moves against China, along with the boxcars.
Yeah, UK is part
and all
of
this.
the UK is part of the United Nations.
So we're all part of the United Nations. It's
No, the
Nations.
United States is actually
Move
in the
on, come
process-
on, tell the
Yeah.
fucking thing.
Yeah. So
Please.
Land the
So-
fucking plane, Sean.
They
So
can't keep
what do
all
you
the
think
suspense.
about
Finish the
Hollywood
fucking
moving out?
story.
That basically we move against China. All of these federal police that are leaning towards one side, and then all kind of the shit hits the fan. Hollywood, business, political people, they're all connected to the enemy of China and brought in. What do you think about that connection?
But are you saying that are somehow our Hollywood, that the entertainment industry, television and film has been manipulated, infiltrated, put out messages by the
No,
Chinese
I think
government?
I think we all are saying
Are
that.
we
Well,
talking
all
about
know
like the
that.
we're all
cabal,
saying
like
that.
cabal
Yeah,
pedophile adrenochrome,
No,
like
no, not
baby
even mess with it.
blood stuff?
I'm
No.
talking about what looks like it's forming. What looks like is happening, what we're moving towards. Hey, Phil's here, Lee. Phil, how you doing?
Hey man, how you doing?
So what do you think about
Hey,
that?
man.
What do you think about that? What do you think about that scenario?
Well,
Is Phil
it's
somebody in a chat, or is Phil some imaginary person that you guys know?
Hey, that's between us, man. Okay.
Because I thought there was like another
Hey,
person
bye.
that was coming into the conversation.
Hey. Hey, look here, bro. You watch it down there tomorrow. You watch it. So,
Oh, there's a Phil C in
Hey.
chat. Okay, I get
hey,
it.
who the fuck is
Shout
this
out
guy?
Phil C.
Um,
You should be filthy though. That'd be awesome.
all right, so here's. I thought it was extremely interesting all last week. You know, the Chinese consulates are burning paperwork in their own courtyards, right?
Yeah.
So that tells you something. The last time we saw that in a lot of the world was actually Iraq and Iran. They kind of did the same thing when we posted up in Afghanistan right before, what the hell did that dumbass call it? Shock and awe, So they started burning all their stuff. They were getting rid of it. So I think definitely the Chinese are doing yard sale right now. They're getting rid of all of their stuff. And I don't know if you knew, but Dianne Feinstein's driver was basically a spy for 20 years. So she was giving him all of the information that was going straight to China.
Let me specify though. We're not. I mean, I don't think we're talking about China. I think we're talking about the Chinese Communist Party. We're not talking about the
CCP,
country,
we're
the
not talking
people.
about-
Yeah.
We're talking
You're
about the
absolutely right.
Communist Party of China. So I want to specify because I don't want anybody thinking that we're. Because I love
Oh
everybody.
my God, Mr. Sensitive.
Hey, I felt like that. I felt like that was very
Guy with
important
the
because
mohawk.
I think that Communist Party is on its way out.
Well, you're absolutely right. And what I was getting to is that all of this like document burning and the posturing that Satoshi Shon was mentioning, I do believe it's a long time coming. And last week, again, an executive order was put out that said, and Trump signed, obviously, the executive order saying, if you have anything to do with the CCP, whether it's you or your family or anything else, and you're holding any asset that would be considered an American asset, whether it's registered through the SEC, it's real estate, mineral rights, anything like that. If they're confirmed SEC, basically eminent domain, we're taking all of that back, and you guys can just get effed. So, in my opinion, that was a huge posture, like a big stand up by Trump to say, "Hey, CCP, get out." Whether or not I like what the precedents,
And the whole China virus thing he's referring to the Communist Party, not China as a whole.
Well, no, I mean, I don't want to speculate on what he means when he's talking about
Hey.
China.
I can't say China without saying it like that now.
China.
China.
Can I call it but China?
You guys
That's why he does it.
need to drink.
Brilliant.
You guys need to drink more. I don't enjoy being.
I thought.
Far.
So,
Yeah, I didn't really think you were that far.
I'll say this.
I thought this is like some kind of weird organized chaos that like somebody's able to take semblance of and gather some sort of knowledge out of.
I downed
Give me your
that.
opinion, man.
What's
Give me your
up?
opinion.
What's that?
This whole what Sean put forward there, the whole China thing.
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't been following. I know that the Chinese embassy has been burning papers.
Mm.
I haven't really put much thought into what's going on.
What about the past?
I can see that there's big problems with the Communist Party, right? With what's going on in Hong Kong right now and such. But
do you guys?
Hong Kong's fucked, man.
Do you guys follow
Pretty much
economics like past couple years, past 5 to 6 years, 5 to 10 years with China, just in general?
Where did Tommy go?
He said he's going to get something.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
he's still
us Americans on the East Coast can't hold our alcohol very well. We have to use the bathroom. We're old and
he's
tiny
got,
prostates, and
he's checking on his pup every once in a while. It's had
he has
a few seizures and stuff, so he'll pop in and out.
He's going to be putting his dog to sleep tomorrow.
Yeah, Yeah.
Oh man.
So
His dog had
yeah, it's rough.
a stroke and a seizure of some sort yesterday,
Yeah,
and
last night.
so this he's not here, but this is actually very good for him because he just needs to kind of keep his mind in a more positive place. Because Eric told me this is a line of dogs that he just keeps breeding and just keeps taking a pup from the litter, and then as the mother or father that he has passes away, then he continues with the pup. So it's like having that same lineage of dog, and I don't even want to ask him right now if he's got another pup. So,
Well,
but it means something. It means a
does-
lot to him, and
Yeah.
he's not here, so I feel like we can say that.
He'll listen to this later, and he'll be fine.
I mean, Tom knows, man. Tom knows we love him, man. This is. I told him like, if in case we didn't do anything with you, Sean, that one way or another we were going to go live because he needed it.
Yeah. Again, and thanks. But yeah, he's. I think I'm almost positive his youngest dog that he has might be from the line, and we can ask him. But when I was talking to him last night, he's like, "Dude, I'm done with these purebreds, man. I'm just done with them." I mean, he's luckily enough. I mean, Murphy's 11, so he's just like a little over average for age for the size of dog it is, golden retriever. So, good life, great dog. I actually would hang out with his wife at the optometry shop and stuff, and so yeah. Good pups,
Eric,
but he's gonna. Yeah, what's up?
The thing I was telling them when you were stepping away is we were talking a little bit about China, and what I was going to try to explain to Lee and Nick is that China, and what I studied with like economics and paying attention to what's been happening prior to like the past year. Let's just take that out. Everything else, China was setting itself up to try to be the world reserve currency with the yuan. They launched the petro yuan, which has never happened before. All the Middle Eastern wars were about oil. Everything about Venezuela is about oil. But we didn't go to war with China about oil because China was way too powerful at the time and still is for us to go to war at. So they were able to compete with the petrodollar. But in the meantime, they've been stacking up and buying all this precious metal, all this gold, all this silver. They've been like investing in all these African countries so they can get access to all their natural resources, so they can get those mines, those silver, those gold mines. They've got so many hands in so many things, but that would be the Communist Party. Now, it still belongs to China, and China will be effective once I think all this chaos the dust starts to settle a little bit, because I think that Xi is on our side, is on the right side, and is against the Communist Party. And I really, truly believe that the Communist Party is being put to an end. And if you know anything about the restrictions about communism in China and not letting information out, you have major athletes like Michael Jordan, of those kind of people, like famous athletes in the country that are pushing.
Hold on, Sean needs to be serious.
Let's get serious here for a minute, man.
Can we not get serious on Drunk on Crypto, though? Is that what the point is?
We need to be serious, dude. China has a very far reach. They have, like you mentioned, Africa. They have troops in South Africa. One of our allies.
Hey, they got Afrikaans. They got the naturals peoples
the
in
One
the
Belt
South
One
Afrikaans.
Belt One Road initiative has poised them, but it's also
stretch them thin.
That's the words that were put together in the right sentence.
They have to fight the war on two fronts. It didn't work. Never worked.
Basically, the West has made them financially, and and I watched this expert the other day.
There's deep state.
Who the hell is
deep
an
state.
expert on
It's called
China?
the cabal, the cable. The cable.
No, he was
state cable.
He was Australian, so he didn't talk that way. But he said we were moving towards this Cold War, but the difference is that we were never so. Fuck, this show is stupid. We were never so what's it called when you have like economically intertwined with Russia or the Soviet Union, that we have to have. We're moving towards this Cold War, but we're so intertwined that it makes things so difficult.
Yeah. So here's what I know. I've been trying to get on all of the shows that I'm on with Rice on Thursday, the Stranger Than Fiction stuff. I've been banging the China thing for a while because that drum needs to be banged quite a bit. And reason being is because we were getting set up as Americans, as America, we were getting set up to hand our economy over to China, but leave our political stance behind, right? And there was a couple of things that were being done regarding microchips, steel production, all of the things we were getting from China, including medicines, things
Well,
like
the
that.
medicines, the fact that 97% of all of our antibiotics come from China. No,
So we
no
were-
industrialized
everything
country.
manufactured, like most of the
No
stuff that's made in
industrialized
America is
country.
made in China.
No
The
matter
only
what
reason
country, no matter what country they are, no industrialized
China
country
has taken over
should be
all of our
97%
manufacturing. Everything was like
dependent on
set up for
anyone
China.
else except for themselves when it comes to that resource. When it comes to antibiotics,
Right.
when it comes to that kind of stuff, that is crippling.
Yeah.
Well, so
like,
here's the deal. We were taking all of this stuff and handing it. Well, I shouldn't say we. The powers that be, right? The people who make nations, the people who build and destroy dictatorships. We were handing it to China for sure on a silver platter, and they
For
were
a
supposed to
reason.
be the next. Yeah, they were supposed to be the next runner-up because it's easier to control their larger population, right? So
or even
let's just
spread
say
what
all of a
they're
sudden
doing
America,
outwards.
right? So imagine if all of a sudden we wanted to go to war with China, right? Now all of a sudden our infrastructure is crippled because we rely on them for the majority of our products. We rely on them for medicine.
Isn't that what happened at the beginning of our lockdown? We started running out of stuff.
Boom.
Yeah, we started realizing how insufficient
But here's
we
the
were
deal. I mean,
as
China
a country
is not,
and communities.
as far as communist
Communities
China,
especially.
yes. So as far as communist China is concerned and what they do, look no further than their Navy. When you have an aircraft carrier that needs a ramp to get the plane off the ground, you're not building your structure on good bedrock right there, right? So they're not exactly, I mean, we can say that they were doing exactly what they needed to do, and the people who were sucking all of the life out of America for the last 50 years and handing it to China had a good thing going. They knew what they were doing. All of them were getting rich. As a matter of fact, a lot of the crypto community, Blythe Masters included, and Circle, a lot of people involved in Coinbase, a lot of people involved in various trusts regarding cryptocurrencies, actually went to China and burrowed themselves into that CCP. I don't know what they knew. I'm not going to, try and say that I know what they're doing, but well, again,
China has the most mining. Like China,
right.
They knew something about crypto.
Well, and they knew what was going to happen. In my opinion, they knew there was a plan in place to hand over world dominance from America to China. And as soon as that happened, that was going to be the be all and end all. And all they would have to do is flip the switch. It wouldn't matter if America had a gun behind every blade of grass. When China takes over the world, all y'all be damned. It was gonna be, like you're either coming with us because you're, a slave, or we're gonna kill you too. So
where did that plan go sideways then? So where did that plan go sideways?
Not you too. I love that band.
It's a really interesting question, because you can look at institutional corruption in America all the way throughout and see what's been going on in not just our collegiate school systems, but high school systems. You can see what plans have been in place. And actually, I've seen the document that showed all of the politicians that were friendly, moderate, and enemy of China. I've seen those documents where they listed every politician all the way down to your local level.
The local level, yeah.
Local level.
Don't you think that now, with these troops in place, that those lists could be put to use?
Okay, I think those lists were already put to use a long time ago to gather evidence, because you never just go up to somebody and say, yo, here's the deal, I'm going to investigate you. You rely on the cover of darkness. You rely on the things that they were relying on to do their dastardly deeds. Am I a Trump supporter? No. Again, if that dude ends the Fed and he gets rid of the Vatican, I will vote for him, but he's got 2 months. He's got 2 months to do it. and I hope he's already done it, because then I'll vote for the cat. But otherwise, no, I'm going to watch this all play out, and I'm going to handle my business in my own.
You know, there's something because I'm going to bring up because it's random, and I can do that because
you can. Cheers.
You know,
cheers.
yeah.
It's your show.
Lee is going to a Nazi bunker stronghold. You're going to stay the night there.
You want a Nazi bunker stronghold?
Top of the world. Yeah, it's like a hotel, but it's like a historic thing. And I was watching. They was watching some movie. It's actually kind of a weird story. I was watching a trailer for this movie, and then I told him because he's in Finland about this. It was a girl that escaped. Her parents or her family was killed. She escaped, and then a farm boy found her up north. So she cut her hair and she pretended to be a boy. But then the SS was looking for her, and then they found her. But he's like, yeah, this is a boy. So they're like, hey, this is a cool kid. This is all right guy. And they brought him into like the youth corps, and this Jewish girl, but she wanted to be an actress, so she was like playing this role, but she was trying to get to the border, and she had to get past this base, and I just watched it, and then Lee was like, hey, we're going on this trip. There's the oldest base for the Nazis. It's furthest north.
Most northern, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, I just watched this thing on that. It was really weird, but fuck, I'm drunk.
Fuck. Already.
Why was I bringing this up? Oh yeah, the Swiss. The Swiss are weird. The Nazis never invaded. They have a lot of shit militarily, but they've always
coups
been
are bloodless.
They've always been not fucked with, but also the Vatican. All the security is provided by the Swiss Guard.
Mm-hmm.
Just little things. They're in all the pies, all the massive pies.
They hold the pie. They serve. They serve out the dish and decide how much pie you get to eat.
Speaking of which, did you guys see what happened on the border of Germany and Austria over the course of the last week?
No.
Okay, so if you go to BBC right now and look up, search for Rambo.
BBC, though?
Yeah, just listen to this.
Can we use another resource?
Hold the fucking phone.
No, he thinks you're talking about Big Black Cock. No,
I'm talking about the British broadcast system that's ran by the monarchy, that's ran by the government.
Cock, so it's not.
It's the same thing. So here's
you guys are some fucked up motherfuckers, man.
I'm gonna mute you, bro.
I'm fucked up too. I'm sorry.
This BBC article was actually
Did you say BBC now?
He did say that, but I didn't want to interrupt you. I was letting you go, but I noticed it too.
These fucking stories go on forever. What the fuck happened in Germany?
Fucking land the fucking plane.
Oh my God, stop
Lee, you don't have no patience.
Okay.
You're quick to the punch.
Yeah.
No, this speaks to everything.
You fucking Americans.
Fuck you.
You fucking Americans.
Okay, so here's the deal. Here's what happened. So apparently the Rothschilds, had a
just don't fall asleep, Lee, and you'll be all right.
Had a castle.
Hey.
Apparently they had a castle that is on the border, Austria, Germany, right? There were a total of 300 police officers, 2 helicopters, and a dual-engine Cessna-style low fixed-wing plane. And the BBC article was that they were looking for one Rambo-type man with a bow and arrow.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
You saw that. You saw it. Okay. So
I heard about that.
Yeah, so that was.
Did he have a big survival knife too, like Rambo?
He must have. He must have.
He was a Rambo type man.
He had a hammer. He had a hammer.
Wait, does that mean he looked like Rambo, or he just had
Rambo
had a
gun?
impediment?
So this
Rambo type man. So
Rambo had a speech
Rambo
impediment.
Him,
if you just say that, you might as well say Rambo is autistic.
No, he was like, "Hey, doing." It's like some dude, some guy in a
no, because hold on.
Dude, some guy in a suit.
That's why they changed it to a rainbow spectrum. It was actually a Rambo spectrum.
Some dude in a suit walks out of the fucking forest, and they're like, "That's him. Why is he a Rambo type guy?" He's like, "Hey, how you doing?
Yo, Adrian.
You want me to get on your
Hey,
train?
me and Eric, we got pictures with Rocky in Philadelphia.
Yeah. So anyway, to land the fucking plane,
I'm gonna get one of these fucking Roth kids.
I'm gonna get one of them. I'm take them home. So homeboy.
Oh no, they keep ringing that bell. I can't concentrate.
So
And they're still making. Aren't they still making both Rocky and Rambo movies?
No, they finished. They finished 2 movies.
Which ones? They just came out recently.
Yeah, they're doing Creed movies now.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think there's a new Rambo.
Anyways,
that hasn't even been released yet. I think it's like Bill and Ted. Shout out to the new Bill and Ted movie.
Bill and Ted.
Excellent.
Thank you, Lord, for that movie.
No, thank you.
Jesus,
Thank
Thank
you,
hear
Lord.
the end of this story from Eric.
What story?
Land the plane. So
Let's just move on.
Something about a bunch of big black cocks on a plane.
Let's just move on.
Anyway,
I don't know.
Anyway.
Great story, Eric. That
I'm
was
listening,
awesome.
Eric.
Thanks.
Cool, man.
So apparently, rumor has it that the actual estate is where they did, the movie The Most Dangerous Game with Ice-T. Boom. They're hunting people on this island, and apparently, why else would you need 300 cops?
What was that movie called?
It's The Most Dangerous Game.
Yeah.
But there was other famous people besides
Big.
Ice-T.
It was called Big.
It was called Big.
was that starring dead Tom Hanks?
Yeah.
The other Tom Hanks.
Bon Voyage. Charlie Brown.
Whatever.
What's
Tom
that movie?
Hanks.
What's that movie where they 100 people?
Tom Q Hanks.
Bon Voyage. Charlie Brown. That was it.
Oh, by the way, I had a conversation with some fake Vincent Fusco today on Facebook. I got to share that with you guys. I am like, dude, since I've been going down my kind of stretching out my boundaries and restructuring my channel and like doing a Stranger Than Fiction stuff.
Who the fuck put all these
God.
big black cocks on this motherfucking plane?
Jesus Christ.
Hey, you're the Meme King. Can you do that for an intro of one of your videos? Or can you make it for me? I'll play it. I'll even play it especially if you gotta change it to CoQ10.
Motherfucking tired.
CoQ10.
Hey, Nick.
Big black
Yeah, man.
cocks
Did you share this link on the eXchangily Twitter account?
Well, hopefully you didn't.
No.
Yeah, I should have.
Oh, you fucking should have, man.
Well,
Yeah.
let's invite Dora. Let's.
How responsible of you, sir.
If Dora drinks enough, maybe she'll provide some entertainment as well, like that we do. That would be great.
What kind of entertainment do we do?
She's not my boss.
Fuck you.
Yeah,
guys.
that's what I say.
I was a strip club
employed on
DJ. I
Tuesday.
could play music, is what I'm saying.
I don't think that's our fault, Sully. I was just telling that story when you pissed on Andy's jacket.
Oh, look at Sean. Sean's like, oh.
Fuck you guys. I just pissed on myself. It's your fault.
I was asking Sean, like, is Dora's middle name
funny.
Woo or is it Pooh?
Who?
Her last name is Tang.
It's Tong.
What? Well, Wu Tong or Poo Tong?
It's Door
Tomato, tomato. Look, dude, I got my one-off deal. I'm good. You still work there.
Hold on. Let me ask y'all this. Did y'all hear the story?
But I do love Dora. She's great. I do
did
love
y'all hear-
exchanges.
did
And
y'all
I'm
hear
not
the-
saying nothing negative.
Did y'all hear this story? I was.
In fact, I
watching
might love
about it.
Dora too much.
I was watching it and looking into it the other day. It's about between Germany and Austria. Now the Rothschilds.
Not
They
again.
I
apparently
never
have
heard of
this
Rothschilds.
castle.
Who are these Rothschild people you keep talking about?
Who are these Rothschilds you speak of?
They're like
Yeah, who are these Rothschilds?
They own those
These people I never heard of that do
Anyway,
nothing.
Apparently
JP
they have
Morgan.
this. They have this castle, and
Can we just
Rambo-
eliminate them? Can we just hunt them all down and just like them Rockefellers too? Can we just like eliminate? Can we just can we
anything you want,
sacrifice
man.
1% for
You know, we need
99%?
to do-
Can we do that? Is that
we
wrong
need-
of me to ask that question?
We need to show people.
Is it
Look at
wrong of me,
eXchangely.
Eric?
Hold on 1 second. On that note, we need to show people 8-chained orangutans. You guys remember that story?
No, but I
They
definitely
put
I
all the
like
politicians
monkeys.
in one room and they just burn them all. I mean, that is something that should be taught to the American people.
Well, that's why the media talks about Mexico being some chaotic haven or whatever. Like, no, the Mexican people are very civilized. There might be certain areas of Mexico you don't want to go into, but just like the United States, there's certain areas of West Virginia. You ever watched Deliverance? Okay. I'm not sure if I'd rather be caught by cartel or some sick ass West Virginians, because the cartels might just put me in jail. The sick ass West Virginians might torture my body. Yeah, so I'm not sure. Mexico might be all right, but the Mexicans, when they don't agree with their government, this is the great part. When the Mexican people don't agree with the government, they stand up against that government and they burn down the houses of the presidents and their governments. Shout out to Mexico.
Yeah, but the thing is that the poor government is the scapegoat, and the people who are running it are actually the cartels that the CIA is helping fund through American black market.
But it's not. You're going to get put in jail and never be heard of ever again.
Yeah, but what about fucking Canada, Nick?
Canada's a socialist country, man. We're not even like that's like you have freedom in Mexico and you have socialism and communism in Canada, and that all started with Justin Trudeau's father, who was a prime minister prior to Justin Trudeau, and somebody in between or two. But Justin Trudeau's father was actually really good friends with Fidel Castro, because there's a lot of rumor that Justin Trudeau was a son of Fidel Castro, and that's his father. But his father was not Castro, but his family was extremely close to Castro, whether people realize this or not. Justin Trudeau's father, when he married his wife and when he passed away, Fidel Castro went to Canada, attended those weddings and those funerals.
Didn't know
and
that.
it's happened for a fact. Is Eric going to catch himself on fire?
I think so.
Is he going to pull a Rage Against the Machine like cover of Vietnam thing?
Obviously, he's replaying.
Eric, I thought you were going to burn yourself alive, dude. Dick. Thought you were killing yourself for our movement, man.
You know, you look.
The movement ain't worth that, man.
No, it sounded great, man. I'm trying to add entertainment in my seriousness, because I feel like I have to be serious every once in a while, because I have
no serious here, right? This is fucking shit up. 2 minutes, there's too much serious shit going on.
Let's be
serious. We need to be serious. I mean, I like being drunk, but we could be drunk and serious.
We need to rename this fucking show, man.
I hear you, man.
Hey, what are you thinking? What are the names? Let's toss them around.
Well, I think we should just go with fucked up on crypto, and then we can.
What did you say?
Who, me?
Me?
No, Lee. What'd you say, Lee?
We need to rename this show, man.
Well, I mean, but this shouldn't have been drunk on crypto. It should have been, been drunk.
We need to rename it. It should have been like
drunk on current events, or drunk on life.
What are you trying to rename my fucking show for?
Drunk in general.
That's what I mean.
But either way, I mean, like, if you guys want to do something regular, I mean, I know, like, you have a 7-hour difference from us. I brought Sean in. Like, I knew the time thing would be a difference because I knew you lived in Finland. But we've been doing this every Thursday and Friday, or Thursday or Friday, pretty consistently.
Fridays are good for me.
And we can, and we can still do Thursdays on my channel and Fridays with you guys. I mean, like, the whole point in what I'm trying to do, and I do so much serious content on my channel, and I spend so much time researching, and I'm so serious. I mean, when I smoke herb, that's just normal for me to, like, just keep level, because I'm all over the place, and, like, this would give people migraines, and people would get confused, and they wouldn't know where to even, like, begin their day. But this is like my downtime where I'm enjoying and relaxing myself, but I still feel compelled to teach and be serious and educate in the process of being entertaining. I feel like it's, no matter what, I'm just doing an injustice if I don't try to.
What are you doing, Nick? What are you doing? You look like you're about to leave.
No, I just have to attend to being called into the kitchen here. I'll be back in 1 second.
Nick, I'm sorry for being so dominant here, man. I'd like to hear from you, man, and I apologize.
As you're in the kitchen, get a drink for yourself, will you?
All right.
Yeah, get a drink for yourself.
Get a drink for yourself, man. You look a bit dry there.
It looks like I'm wearing a dress.
Me too. I'm beginning to like this fucking Sullivan guy, you know?
Don't get to like him. He's
No,
We're
no.
also
It's-
peaky
it's-
blinders.
He's no
man.
good.
We're all
no
peaky
good.
blinders.
Yeah, your life will go downhill.
Dude,
All
I
of a
mean, if
sudden,
you look,
you'll invite him over to your house and he won't put or take all his clothes off.
I'm attracted to bad things, man. I always make a problem.
Well, stay away from his junk. It's nothing but bad.
well, you used to live with them.
It's a hot mess. It looks like hamburger down there.
Hey.
Everyone's
I love Nick's.
Hey.
I love Nick's
Hold
little avatars like on a screen. That's
Yeah,
pretty wicked.
We made that for him. Listen,
Got that room.
I just want to do conspiracy things with my hood
How many
friends.
fucking cups do you have over there? Like, what is
Dude, you know what I used to do?
Oh man, it's your
Fucking
Game of
goblet.
Thrones
Dude,
challenge.
I'm
You're
a
into
sir.
history.
It's a
This-
challenge.
It's a goblet.
This used to be my thing, dude. When I do an interview,
Yeah,
I
it
have
used to be
like
a thing.
7 cups.
Yeah.
And then I would be like doing a serious interview, but I would just drink a different cup.
Okay, look, I need to smoke like Eric because we've been going. So I'm gonna mute this and I'm gonna join with my smartphone here in a second because I'm not smart enough to do it on my own. I'll be back.
Tommy's gonna play a song.
Play
Tell
us
your
a song,
story.
Tommy.
It's your fucking story, man.
That was difficult. Oh my god, I had to twist his arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Can you
There
guys
we
hear
go.
the guitar at all?
Yeah.
Actually, you sound much better than I thought you would. The old man is down the road.
Nick, we gotta go to Texas soon, man, and get a drink with this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought
Got
I
a
was going
voice.
to hear I Saw the Sign.
That's not even tuned.
Are you back in the water, Nick?
No, it's a vodka water. I'm watching. I have to watch my waistline,
Water with
you know.
water with a dash of vodka, yeah.
Vodka with yeah. That's
It's a good old blue.
33%.
Oh, it's okay.
Meow, 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 meow.
We'll test you out like in when we meet.
Oh, Tommy, that's really impressive. That's awesome.
That was nice.
That was fucking awesome, man.
Oh, thank you. That's a nice little riff.
Hey, he's all right. He's
Favorite
all
Rich.
right. So when I selected him as my guitarist, I was like, "Hey, Tom,
When I
do me a favor."
Oh, you selected him, yeah.
Well, no,
Oh yeah.
technically he did. I was on tour with the Knack and we were doing some shows at Ring Springfield down in the South in like Birmingham and shit.
With the knack.
Yeah, and he called me up when I was doing a sound gig, and he was just like, "Hey man, I think we should start a band." And I was like, "Fuck, dude, you're right. Let's do it."
Yeah.
Like we can totally do this. And yeah, from there it was history
It was history, and now that's history.
and craziness. Look at
What
now.
was the band, guys? What was the band? Because I'm
Band called Gription. I use our CD now as like it's my coaster.
I don't even have one of those.
Oh,
I
you
don't even have an album. No.
I've just been giving them out.
Tom, you should sign it and send
Dude.
send one. You should send him
We
one.
should
Sign it and
start
send
a
it to him.
we should
should.
start a band, a cover band of the Raconteurs. Call it the Conspirators.
Whoa.
You had me
Well,
until
we
the
have to change-
Raconteurs.
You have
It
to
rhymes.
change all of the lyrics. You have to change all the lyrics.
Find
So
something
my
that
boss
rhymes
actually,
with Pantera.
Fantera. Huh?
Al Jazeera.
Al Jazeera.
Oh, we'll be huge in Iraq. It'll be great.
Huge. Yeah.
Oh, don't worry, we're big in Iraq.
Oh my God! As if one rice wasn't enough, we got two rices.
Oh, we
now.
got two.
We got
rices.
two fucking.
Oh, no.
Nobody's
Hey,
gonna get worried.
Hey. White rice or fried rice?
Hey, no, look, I've evolved. I'm wild rice.
He's
But hey,
outside, so
I
maybe
want to
it's
say,
fried rice.
I want to say something. I want to say
Dude,
something.
no,
'cause
he's pushing
earlier-
that wild rice, dude. I'm not going
No.
for fried rice.
You guys got to listen. You guys got to listen because earlier I said there's going to be two rices on the show.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm a fucking prophet. There are two
And I'm
of
glad
us.
you want to say something, man, because you've been very quiet all night.
Yeah, you have been. Just come out of your shell.
Come
I've
out
been
of your
very
shell.
I'm glad you
I
came
am
outside.
I am a prophet, and I predicted the future, and I have fulfilled my own destiny. There are 2 Rices on this show.
Okay, David Koresh, we got you.
Gotcha, man.
I started watching that show y'all told me to watch it.
Which
Which one?
The one
Waco.
about David
Waco.
Koresh.
The one about the city down the street.
Oh, Waco. Yeah, that's actually on Netflix. I thought it was
on
good,
Netflix.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they did a good job, like trying to like not make him look like a nut, and like give like people a perspective to realize that the government was in the wrong with how they handled it, regardless of what you think about
Nice
that
fridge.
guy's beliefs. That infringes upon our freedom. And I worked at the National Rifle Association when that shit happened, man.
Oh,
Who the
really?
f-
And,
What'd you
and
do at the
Columbine.
NRA, man?
I worked
Yeah.
customer service, and then I got sideways transferred to the Institute for Legislative Action. But I ultimately got fired because I was a musician, and I was involved because I believed in our Bill of Rights and our Constitution, and my freedom of speech as a musician. And I felt like even though I didn't own a gun, I needed to protect and stand up for that same exact right, because if any of these things could be taken away, all the other rights could be taken away. But because I didn't like donate my time to promote pro-gun politicians in the area and all my extracurricular time on the weekends, and I devoted my time to my music and my bands, I was just ultimately kicked out of the club and fired. But I got to be in an elevator with Oliver North, and I got to talk to Ted Nugent a couple times on the phone. And at the time,
Also lives down the road.
Jonathan Davis from Korn and James Hetfield from Metallica were both members. And because they were members and receiving like publications and magazines, I actually had their home address and phone number.
You know, I went to see.
This is back when I was in the band
that
too.
shit, man.
So I utilized
What?
having
What
access
is
to
that?
their phone numbers.
I went to see.
that?
I went to see this
What is
show.
this?
It's absinthe.
Absinthe. He said absinthe.
Nice.
Yeah.
I went to see the
Hey,
show.
yeah.
It was Night
This is-
Ranger, Journey, Foreigner.
That's so gay, dude.
and
Why
one
would you
other
even
group.
admit? Why would you admit any of that?
'Cause
Like
he
Journey's
won't
okay, but
stop believing.
What? You know,
Loverboy for me. Loverboy for me is the ultimate '80s like addiction
yes,
for me.
you
Loverboy.
love Loverboy and
you know,
BBC.
I actually have
No,
a beef with
you love
Tommy Two-Tone.
BBC. I love
I have
BWC.
a
I love BWC, sir.
Tommy
I do
Two-Tone.
discriminate when it comes to the scene.
I'm trying to tell my story and you guys aren't letting me.
What
You're
story is
you're not
that?
landing the plane.
What
John.
story, man?
So-
You're telling, man? I lost track. Of
Right.
minutes.
Okay, hold on. Let me tell you. So I went to
Right.
see
This ain't the right
Foreigner.
show, right?
I went to see Foreigner, Night Ranger, Journey at this castle that's on the border of Austria and Germany.
We're back to Austria and
That's
Germany
owned
again.
by
Fuck
the
me.
Rothschilds. But all of a sudden, this Rambo guy comes out, and it all went to hell. No, so anyway, I went to go stay, right, and I'm with my son. And I'm like, dude, we're here in Austin. Ted Nugent lives down the fucking street. I said, when they sing damn Yankee songs, he's gonna come out and rock.
Yankees.
Love is
And then
I thought he lived in Michigan, though.
and
I
little
can
no,
see
he lives
in
down the
your
road, man. He lives outside Waco. So
Okay.
listen,
Are there Buffalo in
he
Texas?
comes out. Yeah, but I've only dated a few. So listen. So then, so Jack, whatever Blades is like.
Ooh, I'm
Hey,
glad you said that.
You
Because I got a
remember
story
this?
for you.
You remember this damn Yankees, but
Dude, damn Yankees are badass. Tommy Sticks is in that band.
dude, you are the most interrupting motherfucker.
Sorry.
God.
Do you know what,
So
Sean?
then,
Hold on a minute, Sean. Wait a second. We got to put Q-Tip and Rice together.
they'll start making out.
Just put them in a room and
It's only because I'm drinking, man. That's all. It's only
So
because I'm
listen,
drinking, and I
I'm
apologize.
trying to tell the
I'm-
story.
Sean, that was
I'm
hey
muting
Sean,
myself.
Sean,
It involves 37.
Hey,
This story
Sean, that was a
involves
great
37.
story, man. Thanks for telling us.
This
That was
involves
beautiful.
37. Okay, hold on.
Tummy sticks. Tummy
So
sticks.
then-
What involves 37?
Tummy sticks.
37 in this
It
story?
involves 37 is his story.
Okay. Shut the fuck up, everybody. I want to hear about 37.
Okay. So I'm telling
Look
my
at this
son,
guy.
I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
Ted Nugent's gonna fucking come out on stage. It's gonna fucking be cool. It's gonna be damn Yankees. Ted Nugent's gonna be here. It's gonna be all right. And then Jack Blades like, hey, you guys remember when I made this song with Ted Nugent? He lives right down the road. And then I was like, here it comes. And he's like, but he's not here. We're gonna sing the song. And I was like, what? Why would you even bring it up? So then I take 37 to go see ZZ Top. Like really close. They were like,
Nobody knows who 37 is, though.
So my friend Snot People may know Snot. He drinks a lot, like all the time. And
I'm interested.
I was talking about.
Wait a second. Wait, you hear the whole fucking story.
And
Wait a
he's
second.
like, he goes, "Hey, my sister did that genealogy thing, and I'm 37% Irish. I think I'm a little bit more fucking Irish than your friend Lee." I was like, "You mean than the guy from Ireland that speaks with an Irish accent? Because he's Irish." He's like, "Yeah, 37%, motherfucker." I was like, "Okay, 100 is bigger than 37." No, whatever, man. No, it's not. Fuck that. I'm
Didn't
more
register.
Irish.
It's not registering. Yeah.
My last name's Green, for God's sake.
Green. Yeah, that's a good Irish name.
That means I'm fucking Irish. And then Lee's like, "You do know that Green
Yeah,
is
Green.
an English name." And then like the next day he's like, "I found out that Green's actually an English name." But anyway, so we go, and ZZ Top is just like, "Hey,
Give it up, man. Give it up.
you guys know Ted Nugent lives down the road." And Ted Nugent just fucking comes out and they play fucking Elvis. And I was like,
Dude,
"What?"
ZZ Top, dude, they're great, man. I love them.
I think they're the most overrated pieces of shit ever.
Oh man, dude, Billy Gibbons is his name. He can play guitar. He can really play.
Well, yeah, as long as he's playing in a pentatonic scale.
No. That's what he got famous for, dude. That's not the kind of guitarist.
Okay. You guys, hold on. How about this?
I'll
Who do you think-
acquiesce.
Who do you think is one of the most critically acclaimed, overrated musicians?
Ooh.
Hold on now. Hold on. You got to break that down. You got to break that down on a time period. Are we talking like overall? Genres?
Overall.
Post Malone.
Oh, dude, the fact that Post Malone is even a musician is
Critically
Yeah, but he
acclaimed?
like.
throw up in my mouth.
But the way they're trying to cross genre him with
Okay,
his
okay.
lack of
You know,
talent.
I'm gonna put it. I'll put this out there.
He's
I'll
a
put this out there.
talented fucking.
I'm gonna put this out there.
And he's top of the charts.
I don't care, top of the
Well,
charts,
but
No
that
talent
that
clown.
answers
Nick,
his question.
you poor bastard. I'm
Lou
sorry to put
Reed.
you
I
through
think
this.
Lou Reed.
Lou Reed?
No
You're
way.
going to go to Lou Reed.
No,
I'm
Lou
going
Reed is a
Lou
talented motherfucker.
I think he's fine, but he's
Velvet
he's
Underground.
looked
Velvet Underground is very,
critically
very
acclaimed as like
well. Okay, Sean.
like
Sean,
unbelievable, mythical. He's
Sean,
like, it's all right.
Okay, look. Not that I've done heroin, but have you ever done opiates?
I have
What the fuck?
I
How
do
did
heroin
this
all the
just
time.
spin?
right now.
Because Lou Reed, the Velvet Underground, they are a
Literally
very
right now.
specific type
I
of.
wish I had. Jesus.
They're a
Michael.
very specific type. Like there's certain
No.
music that like
No,
trap
I'm done.
that element.
Like
Oh,
that.
you doing it? You're out?
So no. I'm
They're
done.
a very like
I'll be
certain
the
bands are
first
very
one to
much
show up,
certain
last one to leave.
drugs definitely touch certain people with certain things. Lou Reed and Velvet Underground were very innovative in a lot of ways. They're not like super talented musically, but Lou Reed.
Who said Lars Ulrich?
I did.
You know the album Metallica did with Lou Reed?
Yeah, that was what I was gonna say. And they stand behind that fucking album.
Yeah, they do.
They
Because
stand behind it
exactly, that's my point.
because the
Because it's
artistry.
like, because it's Lou
And
Reed,
it
you can't
sucks.
say
It sucks like ass.
It's not that great. You can't do it. Like you're
But
not allowed, and
what's
that's
that? What's that?
that's what bothers me.
And what did he say?
All
And the
color
color girls
girls
sing.
go.
Yeah, and how fucking
Hey,
taboo
babe,
is that shit?
Take a walk on the wild side.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's a
dude,
great
that was
song.
that
a
like that
great
was
song.
walking the wild side,
That's a great
Ooh.
song.
and that's enough,
Fine.
dude. Like for a political stance,
No.
that
No.
solidifies Lou Reed to me.
You know what's
No,
still a
I'm sorry.
timeless and great song?
But the
I'm
Velvet
sorry, but
the Velvet
Sully and I
Underground
used
were
to
a
play
great
it.
band. It's not just Lou Reed.
Buffalo Springfield, for what it's worth, that is like gonna go down in history as the most timeless tune. That just really
Crosby, Stills, and Nash,
No, fuck.
Bob Dylan. Times are
No,
changing.
Bob Dylan can get bent.
Okay.
I'm
We got
my
Angry
vote- my
Eric.
vote-
We got Angry Eric
my-
here. Apparently, I Angry Eric with
No.
something I
He's
said.
an angry Irishman.
So let it out. What did I say that angered you, though? Let's start at the root. What did I say
don't
that
give a
angered
good-
you, Eric?
Sorry,
I don't give a good
for my
goddamn
shitty
what you
accent.
You don't like, or do you not like
Yeah,
Lou
yeah,
Reed,
yeah,
Eric?
over here for me.
Is Eric not a
I
Lou
don't-
Reed fan? Is this our agree to disagree
No.
moment?
No.
I think we should make
here's the
it
deal.
just agree in a
It's
name and
not
move
like
on.
I'm a huge
You
Lou
know,
Reed fan,
but dude,
like,
dude,
I just
seriously,
want to make
I
sure
said
like,
Lou
I'm not
Reed,
making him
and
insignificant.
now I have him stuck in my head, dude. I just got
Nope.
Yeah,
Bob Dylan.
well, there you go.
Bob Dylan.
And I can
Most
transfer
worthless-
it to
Bob
99
Dylan is the most
balloons or
worthless piece of shit, Bob Dylan.
Every cunt smoking shit, man. I can't smoke anything. I'm getting really pissed off.
Hey.
Tommy, why are you smoking there?
Right.
Oh,
Right.
just smoking a little reefer out
Smoking
there.
weed cause we
Trying
like
to keep
to
it away
get
from the,
fucking high. Do you not
Hey,
have
right.
weed in
Haley, show
Finland?
everyone your lighter.
What the
that I got
fuck
you.
does
I'm out in-
Finland not
I'm out in
have
Colorado,
weed?
man.
I know, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, we pay
Hey.
like $69 an ounce out here. It's great. You just run down to your local reefer store.
Well, I want to give you my address, Mr.
I gotta go
Tom.
back. I gotta go back there, man. I gotta go back there.
When was the last time you were out here, man?
Eric, what are you saying?
Who
Three
do you
years ago.
think?
Last time I was in Denver was
You
3
think
years
Bob
ago.
Dylan is overrated?
2000 when?
Bob Dylan
2017.
was the worst
Oh, okay.
musician there ever
Yeah.
was.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
saying he was a great
Awesome
musician.
state. Awesome
okay?
state, man.
Yeah.
I didn't see
Worst.
enough.
I grew his
I was
voice
only
grew
there
on
like
me, okay?
There's
His
so many
days.
people
but
out
the
here now,
times are changing.
Yeah.
Songs.
Yeah.
That song. That song means a lot.
I would
to me.
I would disagree with Bob
Oh.
Dylan, but I wouldn't.
That's
No.
our agree to
Bob-
disagree moment.
Bob
Sorry,
Dylan
we're
is
not
the
we're not
biggest piece of
perfect.
shit
We're not
ever.
we're not in a perfect
No.
relationship, Eric.
It's okay. It's fine. I'm okay
That's
with
fucked
the
up, guys. That's
discrepancies.
fucked up. I can't believe you haven't got a perfect relationship like me and Sean.
I don't
well,
see it.
They give
I'll tell you
credit.
this.
Jesus, man.
They're always skiing. Let me tell you that.
Eric's never fell asleep with me.
didn't?
Always skiing.
Then
Always
it's,
skiing.
then it's not good, man.
Always skiing.
So you're the one falling asleep in his arms, I guess.
Never. No, he never falls asleep. We're always awake. We never need to sleep around each other. We give each other all substance.
Oh,
Andy,
there's
all the time.
there's
That's how
too
we
deep.
you know
roll.
what?
Too deep.
My entire
just
life
wait,
is,
Tom.
is fulfilled. My entire
Tom,
life
wait.
is fulfilled.
You know what? No.
And
no,
I've spent time with his wife too,
No. Tom waits.
and his grandmother
wait,
or his
Tom
mother-in-law.
Tom
Tom
waits.
waits.
Tom
Is
Waits is
another one.
awesome.
Yeah, he's fine, but he's not worshipable.
No.
I'm talking about like okay, I can see
What,
Wait,
as far as
Bob
Dylan.
talent?
Like,
And
well,
Bob
okay.
Dylan is?
No, that's
No.
the people. Okay,
Nobody
people,
said he was
Gilmour,
worshipable.
David Gilmour.
No, I am saying that.
Even I didn't say
When I
that.
say critically acclaimed, I mean critically
David Gilmour only with Pink Floyd.
loved.
The
Where
full Pink Floyd.
Bob Dylan.
David
they're
Gilmour
gods.
with Roger Waters. David
Sean, I
Gilmour
got a
by
question for you.
himself is nothing.
Yes.
I got a question for you, Sean. Would Daniel O'Donnell come under the
John,
umbrella
I
of
was going to say Marty Wheeler and Daniel
Chris
O'Donnell.
Clint?
Look at everybody. They're like, who the fuck?
I just want to know, man, where the line is. You know what I mean?
What are we talking about?
We're talking about Marty Wheelan, motherfucker.
Marty Willing.
You know who Marty Whelan is?
You know who the fuck,
Fuck
Marty
no.
Wheelan is?
Obviously, I look confused.
Let's keep
as fuck.
saying it. Let's
If
let
you
YouTube
YouTube-
pick that shit up.
Come on, man.
Get bent.
You
Right.
gotta say Marty Whelan about 10 times in all your videos, man. And watch your stats on YouTube, man. You're 80 plus subscribers.
Just say
range.
Marty
Listen.
Willing.
Through the fucking roof, man.
Say
Marty-
algorithm number 9 too.
Marty
Algo
Whelan.
9.
I'll go
Number
9.
9.
Marty
Number
I'll go
9.
9.
Number
You know
9.
you know who fucking sucks? Those fucking Beatles.
Hey, man. I wouldn't
Oh,
say
you're
that.
okay.
It's
Hold on
Eric's
now.
face-
Hold on
Eric's
now.
face
You're
got
wearing a shirt with a bunch of English like horse
Well, dude, Iron
gallopers who
Maiden
like
was
sing
badass.
opera.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
you can't say
Iron
shit.
and
Maiden.
I love Iron Maiden. Okay, but the Beatles.
No, I do. I love.
Why would you
I
say
love
that?
the Beatles.
Why would you say that?
Lee
And I
doesn't
love,
like
I,
Lee
look,
doesn't- Lee
I
doesn't
love
like the
Maiden.
Beatles. Lee
I
doesn't
love
like the
Maiden,
Beatles.
but
Lee
there's
does
no
not like the
justification.
Beatles.
There's no justification for Maiden. It, like even Maiden came from the Beatles.
No.
Hey,
No. Hold on.
Lee, be
Nah,
mentioned
the
from
Beatles influenced every
quick
fucking
question
British
to Lee.
musician.
What do you think of Paolo Nutini? Oh, that he's a British cat, isn't he?
Who?
Paolo Nutini. You ever heard of the guy?
No, I don't know.
Hello, Nutini.
He doesn't really tour much out here at all. He mainly stays overseas. But
Hey, did you guys hear about the Rolling
pretty
Stones song that
solid-
came out today though with Jimmy Page, an old song?
you know
Hey.
that Jimmy Page. There's
Right.
a theory that Jimmy Page played the solo on "Sympathy for the Devil," and if you listen to
They've
that
worked together a
solo
lot,
over
but
and
there's a
over
song.
again,
There's a song
it
that just
sounds
came
like
out
Jimmy
today.
Page.
I'll tell you what it's called here in a second.
But I'm
'Cause-
sorry, but the Rolling Stones can suck a dick. They really need to
But
step down, man.
in the
They've been
early
doing that shit
days-
for too
Yeah.
long.
In
I
the
agree
early
with you.
days
Too
when
long.
the Rolling
Too long,
Stones
man.
first started,
I mean, if to justify their existence, they should be going out and actually.
But
trying to
listen.
groom other bands and bring other bands.
Yeah.
okay, but
You know
Tom,
what, man? They could have left.
Tom.
They could have left a legacy, like a good legacy. Yeah. And
What's up?
Yeah,
But-
actually
but prior-
try to bring some new
Tom,
music.
everybody
Yeah.
prior to modern shit, prior to anything modern, like the past 20 years, did the Stones not make a a stamp? Did
Oh,
they
they
not
did, but-
contribute, especially really
No,
early on
But
Stones?
they already made their stamp. They already
Yeah,
made their
like-
stance. Now it's
Right?
time
Maybe
for
they
the
should
group
quit. I get it. I
for-
get it.
For
Maybe
you
they
to
should
bring
quit.
another band into, because it doesn't take that much. The money that they're getting paid to be out there playing live is money that's getting taken away from other musicians trying to get into the fold. And if we want a music,
But if they
scene-
weren't doing that shit
well,
right now,
if we want a music scene internationally to thrive, we need bands that are in a very
but listen, dude, if they weren't still active, okay, I'm not talking about touring. If they weren't still active, we wouldn't have Goat Head Soup 2020. We wouldn't have the whole Rolling Stones Scarlet, like actual featuring Jimmy Page collaboration
I'm sorry, but
coming
it's-
out
it's
right
the
now.
Stones.
It would
It's
not
the-
Who be
happen.
active
And
in
I
the
love
Disney?
Zeppelin
This
and I
whole-
love the
we need-
Stones and I
we need
understand
to-
all of the plagiarism of all the blues music, all of it.
I don't even care about that. We need to have these bands as senior musicians start to actually push.
We need, well,
younger
first of
musicians.
all, we need to
I mean,
decentralize the
we don't
music
have fucking
industry
music.
first.
Oh,
We need to
we
get
do.
rid of labels.
But I mean, look at what we're facing. Like Gibson is looking at going bankrupt. We're looking at like Fender like going bankrupt. Like we're not selling guitars. We're not pushing music and creativity or any of that.
No
It's
more.
driving
They
me
canceled that shit in schools long ago. Here in the United States, it's like they don't even have, like, most of the schools don't even have
Are
the
you-
funds.
You haven't drank any of that gin?
I was gonna ask Lee. You're
I
drinking
finished the
straight
whiskey.
gin.
I'm on the gin now.
Thank
okay?
you
Oh,
very much.
Lee's
That's it.
Lee's like
Is it
Lee's
straight
like
gin?
We're gonna have a
Disgusting.
Lee's
gin
almost drinking like it seems to me like gin bombs, like with
Gin?
some Red Bull.
Yeah,
All of a sudden he like
Is it-
Lee
is
all of
that
a sudden got
tea?
hyper.
And I got my Guinness going on.
And what is it, like 2 a.m. for you, Lee?
It's
22?
2:39, yeah, a.m.
Oh, it's 20 till 3. So yeah, he's going into like hyper mode.
I won't be in hypermorph for another 2 hours.
Yeah, but well, you're starting to get more active, and like first,
Active, yeah.
at first it was like you woke up from the nap.
A
And you
couple of
said,
lines of blow, when you're not looking.
Man, I wish I fucking was. Fuck.
"Do you really wish you was?"
Oh, fuck. I
'Cause
wish I was.
every time I go down that road, when I say I wish I was, I'm like, no, I wish I didn't go down this road.
No,
I got a doctor's appointment in 7 hours. So.
On a
Can't-
Saturday.
your
and-
blood pressure's
I gotta be sensible going in there, you know.
Oh, that'll be
That's
will
the
that be a
first thing I was
Sunday?
gonna say. Your blood pressure is gonna be fucking raging.
The first thing he's going to check is the arm, boy.
Blood
It was
pressure.
rice. It was rice.
I said, hey, I had a stressful night. Work. I was up all night working, man.
Well, that's not a lie. That's not a lie.
Not a lie.
It's not a lie. And we have live proof of it too, man. To testify.
I can fucking show you if you want to see it, Jim.
We can fucking show you.
Show you how stressful my fucking job is.
Ah,
And it is.
So
People don't believe that.
somebody might be watching that I shared this story. This is a humorous story about blood pressure.
Oh, like all your
it's
family that
humorous.
watches your videos because
No, this is fucking.
I think I met your cousin,
You know, I love these humorous
a female
pressure
cousin.
stories.
Which cousin?
rice, let him go.
I'm not sure of her name, but
So it was freshman year, and it was a football physical, and all the rich kids went to the doctor in town. My sip, yes, it's coming, dude. So I had to go to the military doctor. I go on post. I'm waiting. The hottest doctor came in, and she's like,
was your wife in the military? Is that how you have like insurance? Like when you can go
No.
to VA?
we're not married anymore. I was a single father, dude, of 2 sets of twins. So listen,
So
Read
you were in
his
the
Twitter
military,
fucking
though?
blog.
huh?
You were in the military?
No, my stepdad was in the military.
Okay.
Give me a fucking minute, will ya? Jesus.
So I go. So this
I like
she was-
interrupting a story. I
She
think
was
it's like my
she was
objective.
like half black, half Asian, just amazing, right?
Blasian.
Ablation.
Yeah. And she comes, so she's like,
Oh,
so,
That's so cool.
And
I
she's
think
like-
that
and
that,
she
that,
says-
that actually might be a racist statement of both of us, Tom.
No, I don't think so. Half.
Well,
black,
it's
half Asian is
combining
ablation. And
it
they're very
into
good
a.
looking too.
Yes,
Bla-
they're really-
yeah,
really, it's-
most
yeah.
Blasian women are very beautiful.
they're blazing.
So I don't
So
know how
listen,
that could be. A
My
racist
email is
so I
statement.
come in, I come in,
ricecrypto@gmail.com.
and she says, "Take off your pants."
If you're Blasian.
So I'm like, "Yeah, that's right." So I take my pants off, and then she's about to check me out, but then she's like, "Oh, I have to ask you this." So I sit down, naked, with this chick while she's just doing all the questions for like 20 minutes. So I'm like, 14. I'm like, yeah, that's all I'm worried about, dude. That's all I'm focusing on.
Is he going to stay hard the whole time?
No, I'm not going to. I don't want to get hard.
Get down, you fucker.
Right?
Get down.
So I'm like concentrating. No. And I'm like, and I start like looking at her mouth while she's talking. And I'm like, no, stop it, dude.
Looking at her mouth?
So, yeah. She's
Wow.
amazing.
You're such a pervert.
So
young
then,
kid,
so then
dude.
she goes,
14.
yeah, and
You're
then
so
she's
full
like,
of
Fingernails to
sperm.
get a boner.
and then she's like, okay, let me check you. And then she's holding him, right? And I'm like,
You holding them?
fuck.
Hold them.
Hold on.
I'm like,
What was she holding? I want to
my
like.
balls.
I need.
She's holding
She was
my
holding your
balls.
balls.
One hand or
okay.
two hands?
She's minding the stepchildren.
Yeah.
Was
so
she
I'm like,
fondling
I'm
him? Was
concentrating.
she
In my mind, she may have been a little bit more than she was. She's probably
More
was she
aggressive.
stroking a shaft?
Aggressive than
Did she,
So
she-
then-
did she,
but
did
no,
she
no,
have
no.
some cleavage too?
Oh no! Say you guys
Yeah.
shut up. I'm interested. Shut up. I'm
So
interested.
taint action, no taint.
I'm literally worried that I'm
Shut
going to
up.
get hard. I'm
Butt stuff.
focusing. And then once she grabs him, I'm done, man. I'm like,
You're done?
and then what does she do? She straps on a blood pressure cuff. Right then.
On your
She-
cock?
No, on my arm. She ran out of the fucking room
That's what I
and
thought.
brought in like a fucking team. She's like, you need to calm down, son. And I'm like, look. She's like, no. We may need to take you to the emergency room. I was like, no. Look, lady. Why don't you just give me 5 minutes and have that dude check my blood pressure, okay? Just have some dude
No.
check my blood pressure.
No.
So literally they give me 5 minutes, the dude checks it, I'm fine. And then she's like, we have to report this. I'm like, no, you don't. So then I get in like trouble because I was gonna have a heart attack. I mean, it was like ridiculously off the scale. So the coach is like, Sean, you can't play. And I tell him what happened. I have to tell all the coaches what happened. And they're like, well, we get it, but you're out for 4 games. So I had to sit for 4 games because that happened.
Wow.
You had to sit for 4 games because of a boner.
And I had to go every 3 hours. I had to leave class, go to the sports
And you,
physician,
I would've
and you
said, I
couldn't
need help
sing,
getting
and you
relief.
couldn't sing lead for Grim Reaper at that time either.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was a lead up to
That's,
Grim
that's,
Reaper.
when I,
Totally.
that's when I got into that. That's when I was like, well,
Actually,
I can't play
Grim Reaper
football.
like ties in a whole Bill and Ted thing too. Like,
That actor's ageless though. The Grim Reaper actor.
back. He played,
Oh, yeah,
he's
he's
back in the
awesome,
same
yeah.
part.
and he's back in the new one. I saw the.
Have you guys seen the
extended trailer?
commercial preview for it?
Oh, I'm looking
The end
forward
of
to
it,
man.
the
Me
end
too.
of it, like when they see the future thems
Yeah.
and they're all like jacked up in prison.
I like when they're talking to their kids and they're like, "How are you doing?"
Yeah.
Like, well, we're in hell.
Yeah,
we
in
were
hell.
dead.
Yeah, but how you doing?
But how are you doing? Great. Yeah.
I was listening. I was looking at some.
Yeah.
I was looking at some comments on. I'm not sure. It was off one of the new Tool songs. I think it might have been Numa, and somebody was commenting that this is the song that Bill and Ted and the was it the Electric Stallions? What was the name of the band?
Wild
Wild
Stallions.
Stallions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
spell
So
with a-
he said this
spell with a
is
Y.
the name of the song
And
that
a
the
Z.
Wild Stallions should have that they wanted to wrote. So it's kind of cool to think about that, like comparing like a.
Is
Tool
Eric
song.
going outside and peeing?
He's
Yeah,
smoking
just go outside and smoking. It,
No,
but
I
it looked,
think
it looked
normally
like
I
he
would.
was. I
Man,
thought
we
like
can't
the
go
first
outside,
time I
man.
thought he was going to catch himself
He has
on
2
fire
cigarettes.
Vietnam style
Hey, I'll tell you. I'll tell you
or
guys this.
Gandhi style and like throw some
so-
sugar in the mix.
So this is the first weekend, or actually the first time I've rented out the Airbnb this weekend. So I'm right above them, and I feel like
Wow.
I'm gonna
Right.
get a
Play with
little
your
I'm gonna get a little wild. So
There could be some discounts tomorrow.
there could be some discounts. Yeah, yeah.
Or it could
I'm
be
all
just
about
an
the free
enjoying
money.
party.
Yep.
You're an inviting guy. You're not intrusive.
Hey guys,
Hey,
how about
hey.
you go up and have a smoke?
Even though
Because
it's your
Eric's
house, I'm
making
sure
me
you're
jealous.
respectful and you set
called
it
him
up.
Eric
I saw your construction. You made it a very private, intimate experience. No matter what you're doing, I'm sure they still
I've
have
seen
privacy
Sully's
if they want it.
construction. I know what it is.
But they can
I don't
enjoy.
do
They can
anything
enjoy
without doing
your.
it full nuts.
all balls.
You know,
he puts all his
if you
balls.
brought him down and got some involved,
I like
Eric
Eric
more.
a couple beers in.
I put all my balls into
All my
everything I
balls.
do.
He's got 3 of them. They should make.
He's got
All my
4.
balls.
All
He's
my
got 4.
balls.
He split both balls into 2. He's got
Stop
4.
talking about balls, man. Sean's blood pressure's going
I-
through the roof.
No, he wants to learn. Sean, we could teach you also to have 4 balls. Me, Tom, and Eric.
RJ.
We're in the four ball
we had
club.
this dude
Between the three of us, we
dude
have
back in high
12
school,
nuts.
he only had one ball, and we called him Acorn.
Oh, that's a beautiful name.
I remember cousin Dave. You know my cousin Dave. So
Yeah,
tell me the story of this guy. He was slow, but he had a hell of an arm. Like he could pitch like a son of a pitch.
That he had
Imagine
no
that.
arm.
He
Bet
was
you like that
pitching
baby arm too,
back
didn't
in-
you, Tom?
Back in Hayward. He was a kid. He hit it
This
right
is
in
my
the
good hand.
testicles. He lost the ball. He had it so hard to test.
My good hand.
A retard.
My good
hit
arm.
the testicles with a baseball, and I lost one. On that note, I'm gonna go sign up a cigarette.
That's beautiful,
I'm
man.
never doing this show again without buying a pack of cigarettes. Never.
Well, okay.
Hey,
Oh, so you don't smoke normally? We're just making you like want to smoke?
No, he smokes abnormally.
What?
He puts it in his nose.
No, I mean, unfortunately, I would leave. I've been like, it's such a struggle. I want to quit, but
I smoke when I drink.
well, most
Hey,
people
Lee.
do.
Lee.
But for
And I
me,
used
it
to smoke 3
amplifies
packets a
it.
day.
Yeah.
dude.
And
So hold on a second. I'm sorry to interrupt. But this
What
guy,
a nice
Nick,
fellow.
Yeah,
this guy,
What a
Yeah,
nice
dude,
fella.
he's nice as hell, isn't he? He's all
Yeah.
nice,
I'm
polite.
sorry to interrupt.
I know.
this guy Nick down
I'm
there.
sorry, I'm a fucking
Right?
asshole.
Yeah, it's okay.
Or not.
It could be worse.
What about Nick?
Well,
No, it couldn't be
he's
worse
just-
because I could just like
he's
do
just-
this the whole fucking time and nobody could talk the entire time. That would be worse.
So this guy's been sitting here patiently. I think you said 4 words, bro.
Possibly, maybe 5 now. Yeah.
The only reason why I know your last name is because it's said on the screen.
Yeah. True.
Not
even
easy
get
with you guys.
Yeah.
Did he
A lot
even
of
get an
talk going
intro?
on. There's too much
No,
talk going on.
Nick is like, you know what?
Nick
Nick is the brains behind
Nick is super Canadian. He's very polite. We
Very
just
polite.
we did a drunk on crypto that can't air, and he was sitting. He
Fuck
was
up about
so
that now.
he was so fucking uncomfortable looking, and then he goes, it was so funny, dude. He goes, "You guys know I'm Canadian, and I'm really not used to this confrontational kind of situation."
I can't believe you said that, Nick. I
Oh.
really can't believe
It
you
was
said
the
that.
funniest fucking
Oh.
thing, dude.
Oh,
It's the truth.
so if you know, I like maple syrup and
And
fucking
it's a bacon.
go Calgary, yeah, the Flames. Oh,
Hey.
go.
Hey, also, we
Hey.
got to remember, this is Nick's only second appearance in this kind of shit.
Yeah,
Really?
And it takes time to blend in, you know?
yeah.
So
There's a lot of talk, man. It's hard to break in.
It is hard to break. You got to be aggressive, man.
You
You
gotta be.
Yeah.
got to forget that.
You gotta be
fucking
like a
Canadian
little bit
shit
like
and
fucking
get the
Rice.
fuck in.
I still have Rice muted.
flex.
He didn't even know. He was just fucking talking. He doesn't even know he was muted.
Dude, I wish you muted him when he actually spoke. He's not even there now and he's muted.
Dude, I can't fucking unmute him. What the hell?
Good. Give us 5 minutes to fucking breathe.
I can't wait till he watches this again. I'm gonna make him watch it.
He does not like to not be in control of the stream. You could just tell.
Yeah.
You know
It's
what,
like,
Tom?
it's
no,
like
he's one guy that's ridiculously good at what he does when he
You mean talking?
interviews
You mean
somebody.
talking and interrupting people? Yeah, he's good at that.
Oh. Hey, don't fuck with my friend. I'll fly to Finland and fuck with you.
Good man. Come over here, Mr. Sully. Let's go.
Yeah, we'll
First
have
thing
a
we're
good
going to do is
time.
go to a pub.
Yeah, first thing we're gonna do is smash it out, and then we'll go to a pub.
Isn't that
You're
the way
right.
to do it?
That is
So
the
we-
way. That's the only way.
It's the only way to
Hey,
do it.
Rice, we were just talking shit about you the whole time, so you're gonna have to listen to this.
Yeah, you got to rewind this, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, before we start, what if in case I need to rewind it, what are we going to
Oh,
rewind?
no, there's no in case. You have to rewind.
Okay, but where are we at? So at least I can stay current.
Well, we finished the conversation because nobody interrupted us.
Fuck yeah.
It's amazing. The show's done now.
Fuck you.
yeah.
No, we're trying to get Nick involved. Canadian Nick over here.
Oh, he's from Canada.
we still
I would have no
yeah.
clue.
Yeah.
So like we all keep talking.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I actually said I wanted to know who he was, and like
So we
somehow,
work with the guy, and I feel like you're intimidating the shit out of him, everybody.
Nick, you're a sweet dude. You're so patient.
Sweet,
and
yeah.
and honestly, like for somebody to be that patient and just enjoying, like that says a lot
It's
for
kind
you
of
as
like
a
I'm just watching
person.
it on YouTube, actually.
I
Yeah, I
don't
was
even,
just
but I'm
saying.
saying I don't know you, but I'm saying for you to be this patient and like just be cool with like, hey, I'm still here. Like, thank you. Like, I've been a little bit of a dick and not thinking about it, and I'm sorry.
I'm glad you admitted it. That's awesome.
Dude, hey, he came
Oh my
back in after
dude. You don't even know, dude. That was like him fucking punching the grandma in the face.
Wow.
That's the
Nick,
hardest core
Nick,
I've
you're
ever
stepping up to
heard.
the plate, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Hey.
I'm proud of you, man.
Nick's our boss, Rice.
Yeah, he's our boss.
Sweet.
Oh, fuck that. That's not true.
Basically.
But I do love eXchangily. I do love like
Nick is the USB stick of eXchangily, dude. Literally,
I wanna
we
look
plug him in
more into Fab.
every department. Every department he's connected to.
Oh,
Every
he's a Swiss
department,
Army knife. He's
I
a
want a
Swiss Army
job.
knife.
He is the Swiss
This
Army
guy's-
knife. That's a
this
good
guy's
way
a-
of putting it.
Like,
Yeah,
I
this
want
guy's
to
a
be a
file
chief
and a
information
corkscrew.
officer or a
Well,
chief
yeah.
chief strategic officer.
Whatever. I'm not even sure.
I'm saying I can
But
help
it is.
alleviate some headaches from Sean.
I like that Swiss Army knife fucking thing. That's
Yeah,
a
it's
good
pretty
one.
good
That's
there.
a fucking
That's
good
good.
one, man.
Okay, so
He's a multifaceted tool.
That sounds
Yeah.
like a put down.
I'm a tool.
That's a bit of a I mean, let's go with the Swiss Army knife, man. That was much better.
Yeah.
a multifaceted device.
Hey, a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. Like, fuck it. Fuck it. Yeah, it's still the truth.
Or the Outcast song, your roses really smell like poo poo.
Ooh,
Just call
let this guy talk, Rice.
Yeah, there we go.
Hi.
So, hey, what's up?
And my name is Nick. That's where you start.
That's how I start. Yeah. From Canada.
You had to introduce him a second time.
Yeah, maybe a third time. We'll see what happens.
Hey, Nick, how about that hockey?
There is no hockey, is there?
He's an MMA guy.
Hey, man,
come on.
don't get all philosophical on me.
Wait a second.
There is no hockey. Is there?
Nick's an MMA guy?
Nick's an MMA guy. Yeah, of course he is.
No lie.
Do you fight?
You train, bro?
Tell him, Nick.
Oh, I don't know. I
But
do.
we
a little
keep
bit of
interrupting.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, I don't know.
Just a little bit.
I
Hey.
trained.
Giggles.
I trained for years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Colorado. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Doing what? Like specifically what?
Well, I started with Muay Thai.
Okay.
Did that for about a year, a little plus, and then moved to a fight school, and then went to basically everything. So ground game. I went to a school called Submit You Jiu-Jitsu, and it was Nate Marquardt is a brother-in-law of my coach. Yeah.
Oh,
So we used to train with Marquardt. Jesus, all of the old names.
You trained with Jesus? Oh,
Oh, that was
Well, no,
a long time ago.
I didn't.
Fuck,
I
that
did
was a
not
long time
train.
ago.
yeah.
Well, actually, it was a Christian fight school, so we might have trained with Jesus.
He
But,
looks old, man, in fairness. He could have.
what's that?
You do look old, like, so maybe.
I'm 38.
You 38?
I'm 38 years old.
Oh,
yeah,
man, you
bro.
make me feel so good. You make me feel so good. You're 38.
Ooh.
That's good.
Yeah, no, I fought for a while, but now we're stomping all over Nick. Dude, what did you train? Come on.
Just some Muay Thai, some BJJ. Yeah. Just that kind of shit. It's fun, you know. I'm like I'll be 45 this year, so it's not too serious right now. It's more like just.
You're 45?
Yeah, I'll be 45 this year, man.
You make me feel so nice.
You look younger than me, man.
Yeah. So I
Yeah,
just do
but
it for
Nick's
fun, you know?
competitive. Nick goes to does competitions.
What are you competing in?
Just BJJ.
Okay, so you're doing
Just like provincial tournaments and stuff like that. Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fun. It's good to just stay in shape, you know, and like go out there and like roll with with younger people, right? They're strong, man. You don't realize how much how much strength you've lost until you roll with somebody who's like your size and they're about 20 years younger than you, and you're like, holy fuck, like I got no lungs.
Dude. So my neighbor is he's a reservist out of the Air Force, right? And there was a few months ago, all of a sudden he's like, dude, I want to test you, you know? And I'm like, well, screw it. All of a sudden we're in my yard and I'm on my back just struggling.
Mm.
And this cat was so fast.
It's
And
the
he's not
speed, man. The
trained.
young guys have the speed, you see.
Yeah, and he's not
Yeah.
trained, so I'm just trying to work and keep my, you know,
Keep your grips in.
my. Well, yeah. I mean, I always did no gi, right?
Yeah.
Because it was all about MMA. So we do no gi, but this cat was just quick and everything. If I was thinking too much, done. This cat was immediately all over the place, not trained. So all of a sudden we stood up, and then I was like in my own realm.
Mm.
And all that guy would do is go back straight up. All of a sudden he was like, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. He saw the form and it was gone. But I'll tell you this, dude. I'm going to get back into jiu-jitsu because I was only like, you know, a blue belt, a little
It's like
above
the most
a blue
humbling sport, honestly. I find anyways.
Yeah.
It's the most humbling
Yeah.
sport. Like you can fight a guy who's like, I've got my ass kicked by guys that are like 80 pounds less than me, and they just fucking.
Well, but you've also.
I'm sure
you've
both you
also
guys
beat
got your
the
ass
hell-
kicked by like older people too that are like a lot more frail that you would think have no muscle density or anything. That would just like the right moves, the right math and how they touch you, like can flip you over and fuck you up.
Dude,
Mr. Miyagi was like Mr. Miyagi for a reason.
I've worked the cat over.
Those old cats know what the fuck they're doing.
Dude, I've worked the cat over who was like close to 200 pounds.
Right, but I'm talking about
a little over.
It's the old cat.
No. What I'm saying is I've you know, in the school we'd have a bunch of people come in, and a lot of the people would be like, you know, somewhat professional bodybuilders and stuff like that. Just because where we were right down by Tom. We were in Broomfield. But I'd have guys that were like 280 pounds, and you're just like kicking a knee out real quick, laying on your back, and then just roll them over, fucking put them up in a head and arm triangle, and yeah, donezo.
I'm saying that's why it's those little old, like the little people and the old little people.
No.
Those people will fuck you up. They know how to touch you and fuck you up.
It's all here. So,
but it's also pressure points in your body too, though, and knowledge of physiology.
Nope. Because I've had a 60-year-old boxing coach that we had smash the hell out of me. I've never been punched in the face. Working with a professional MMA fighter, I've taken a good shot to the face. No. A professional fighter smashed me in the face with a good right cross, and that felt like shit. Like that was terrible. But I've had a 60-year-old boxer who was our boxing coach hit me with the jab. That felt worse.
Like the wisdom. That's what I'm saying. Like the old fighter wisdom.
Like a stiff jab will absolutely rock your head back.
Rock your head.
The right touch. Like the right touch on the right part of your head. Like a touch can kill people if you touch the right way.
It just hurts just talking about it right now, guys.
Timing.
Yeah, but I'm saying with weight, like muscle mass, none of that shit matters. Like some of the most brutal people, like it's knowledge. It's like and psychology. You can like be Jake the Snake as a wrestler and throw a snake on somebody and then like put like a pressure point hold and like just kill somebody because they got freaked out by the snake, and you touch them in the right place with the right pressure. So it's like it's a psychology and knowing physiology.
Nope.
In combination with wisdom.
I'm gonna disagree.
That sounds like a lot of fake martial arts.
I'm gonna disagree.
No, I mean, look, I want to say, like, I've met some people that like high level instructors, even in just taekwondo, like just touching me in pressure points that would like leave me completely fucking helpless. When you know pressure points and you know how to manipulate the human muscles by touch and pressure, and you're old and you have no fucking weight or muscle mass, but you can still put some big motherfucker on the ground by knowing the combination of the two. It's a beautiful
joint
thing.
lock. No, that's a joint lock. Joint locks are the way to go.
It's knowledge and wisdom.
No, well,
My buddy in the military, though, he was just showing me like how to disarm somebody, and how, you grab them somewhere and you lock their joints back to pull out
yeah.
a particular weapon, or you grab them in a particular place, which is a pressure point, which hurts, and then you're able to snag this back and boom and
Yeah.
and
Well,
he could, but he could also use pressure points like even on my hand though, and grab.
Yeah,
a
but how
hair on
much
my
how much
hand and
pressure
twist
on a
it.
certain temple area will kill somebody?
it's not about like.
You take
No,
somebody's pinky. You take
It
somebody. You
depends
have
how big
control
their
of somebody's
balls are.
pinky. You have control of somebody's
And
pinky.
the blood pressure.
Their blood pressure and their balls.
blood pressure.
You grab the biggest bald motherfucker by his pinky. What's he gonna do? Is he gonna like separate himself from his pinky?
Sean's
He's gonna
blood pressure
smash
went
you.
through the
He's gonna
roof.
smash you.
Why?
In your
Why does it
temple
matter
with
if he's
the other hand.
bald? Why does it matter if he's
gonna-
bald?
It just doesn't matter how big and bad
He-
you are, is what I'm getting at.
Well,
If
no,
you
but
know
Why
what you're
would you
doing.
say he has to be bald? That was weird.
He's
I
gonna,
never brought
he's gonna
in bald.
smash you.
Look, man.
Who brought in
hey.
bald? Was that Eric? Because Eric's going
No,
bald. He's trying to justify his
No,
shit.
you said biggest bald motherfucker, and
Yeah,
I
I got
did
the same
not.
thing, Eric. I got the same thing right there.
Look at me, dude. If I said bald, I'm like a
Oh
hypocrite.
I thought you shaved that on purpose.
No, like, well, no, I do, but I don't. Yeah, shout out, Nick. Good one.
Oh, yeah,
I love you. Shout
say
out to the
this.
Canadians. I thought all Canadians were polite, but you broke the stereotype for me, sir. It's all
No, I'll
good.
say this.
I love you.
But he did say sorry to
Nick-
interrupt.
He
Yeah,
did say
yeah,
sorry,
I'm sorry,
yeah.
guys.
So it's kind of like it's like a polite insult. So yeah, I guess it works.
Nick knows what I'm talking about. Like it does not.
But I
take
love
much.
Canadians.
Nick knows.
Nick knows.
Well, no, if he's ever gotten into a competition,
NickKnows.com.
if you've ever competed, if you've ever gone to a competition, if you ever dropped weight, if you ever had to do all of those things, and then get to that point, and then just get into one competition, that's enough to teach you that you have no fucking clue what's going on anywhere, and that's the first time you actually know it. And
Because of weight classes?
Because of weight
classes?
No, it has nothing to do with weight classes. It has to do with this
mentally where you are. Like you step in and you're like,
Yeah.
it's all at that moment.
Yep,
it's real.
Yeah, and how do I
You can't train for that. You can't train for that.
No.
It happens. It's real, and it happens.
No, that's
and
why
you
training
don't
is
even know what happens.
preparation.
No, hold on.
But I'll tell you this. So the last time,
it's individual. It's individual. It's just
But
made
it's how
for
to
you.
it's how to prepare yourself or how you're going to handle yourself in
So the
different
last
situations.
match-
That's all
the
training
last
is.
match I had,
No.
right? The last match
No.
I had, I ended up winning, but I broke a rib, and so I distinctly remember the match happening in certain ways, right? Like the color of the mat being red and shit like this, right? Like I just remember like.
You're outside the circle a little bit.
Hey, Nick, are you in Montreal?
No,
Hold on.
but then as soon as the match was over, like, and I saw the video, like I was telling people like what happened during the match, and then I watched the video, and a lot of the shit that I thought I remembered from the match didn't even fucking happen.
It didn't happen, yeah.
I thought the mat was blue and the mat was actually red, right?
Yeah.
It was just like, you have no clue. It just happened.
Yeah.
It just boom.
Yeah,
That's a good example of human memory, though. That's how human
that's
memory.
real,
That's
though,
how
man.
memory works.
No, but that's how.
natural.
No,
That's
but that's
natural,
how.
That's memory. That's memory. We don't remember everything as like wholly as we see it, and we put it together in our head in combination with what you're talking about.
Well, no, but
No,
when
it's not
you
to do that.
train-
It's to do with your focus.
Yes.
It's to do with your focus.
In the fight,
Focus
yes.
isn't on the mat.
No,
But I was
no,
talking from a memory perspective.
no. The way I see it, I remember my first match, right? I am sitting on top of this dude. Like I am sitting on top of a guy, like legitimately on his chest. And there's no like actual Brazilian jiu-jitsu. There's no actual Brazilian
Like
jiu-jitsu move.
Greco-Roman wrestling.
Well,
So
so
up his butt. That'll get him off here.
no, there's no move for this, right? Because we're both trained to fight each other. It's not like I'm fighting some invalid. We're both fighting each other, and I can remember my first match where all of a sudden I look at my coach like, what the fuck am I supposed to do now? Because there was nothing ever taught to me about how to finish this in the space I'm in.
Well, you
and
didn't
where I
play enough
was.
Mortal Kombat when you were a kid.
Yeah, I was
man.
about to make
It's
that
like-
comment myself, man.
You're
Yeah,
waiting there,
also
Sean, with that one, weren't you?
It's like
yeah.
having
I was
formal.
like,
But
finish
it's
him.
weird. It's weird when all of a sudden you're like you've trained for this for years.
Yeah, but that's
and
the thing that you do. Like everybody trains, they get all this formal education, but nobody actually deals with what they are educated for until they actually deal what they're educated for, and then you actually deal with what you learn, and then you apply what you learn, and then you start learning more. It's until you actually are in that point that you
Well,
actually start
so,
fucking
I'll say
learning,
this.
because
It's absolutely
everything is
great
like
experience.
training
Hey, Nick,
and
I just
Nick
formal
is
stuff
I
and
just
Nick is
want to say
how to
something.
prepare yourself in the art of war.
I
Nick
just
is
want to
about
say
preparing
to,
yourself.
something right
Nick is
now.
about to say something fucking amazing.
Chris, you totally look like you are like the beginning of like a Sublime video or a punk rock video right now.
Hey, my birthday is April 29th.
Hey,
My birthday
Nick,
literally is April 29th. And
And
they got
you were gonna.
and that's
right
the
out of
one
an old
song
punk
title they
rock
got
video.
wrong. They got that song title wrong. They got
I forgot what I was going to say. 'cause
they
my
admitted it.
lights keeps on going. I forgot.
Nick, you were gonna say something, and I know where you were going.
I forgot what I was going to say. Be honest, I was going to say
He was
something about
Friday, I'm
talking.
sorry.
He was talking about the ability of people who have no training whatsoever compared to the people who have training.
And then, but your training doesn't come into play once you can be trained all you want to be trained until you have to actually deal with what you're trained for. You're just trained. Once you actually have your first fight of training, you could train for 10 fucking years. You're not applying any of that training until
It's
you
the
actually
difference.
apply it.
It's the difference between intelligence and wisdom.
Well,
yes,
it's the difference between knowing and doing. Knowing and doing.
No. Mike
And
Tyson said it
combining
best.
what you know with what you do.
Mike Tyson said it best in an interview, and
Well,
what he
Mike
said
Tyson
was,
also
Everybody has a plan.
be friends with pigeons
Nope.
too.
hold on. What he said was, is that
Hey,
everybody
I'm
has a
Mike
plan.
Tyson, and I really like punching people in the face.
And I like to eat
Everybody got a
ears.
plan until somebody gets punched in the face.
I
That's
like
the
to
one.
eat ears too.
Go on.
Yep, everybody
That's
got
the
a
one.
plan until they get punched
Everybody
in the
got a
face.
plan until
Shout
they get
out,
punched in the face.
me and Eric actually went to one of Mike Tyson's former residences and hung out and
You know what I'm
pissed
It was
saying? You know
cool
what
to
I
see.
mean?
in that yard and everything. We pissed in Mike Tyson's former yard.
I was
Right,
about to
Eric?
piss in the pool. I
was
was about to
beautiful.
piss in the pool.
It was
Yeah.
beautiful. Shout out to Mike Tyson and selling
Man,
his
Tyson's
mansion.
a
No,
legend,
hold on.
man.
Hold
Hey,
on, Nick.
He's
Nick.
He's fighting on the 12th
Roy
of
Jones.
September again, exhibition.
Nick.
Yeah, man.
Nick.
Yeah, man.
Dude, you and I mean, as somebody who went to a competition where you're just completely intimidated the entire time. Like everybody around
Hey,
you is probably
Drinking competition don't count.
what now?
A drinking competition isn't the same thing, dude.
Oh no, you're right.
You kidding?
You're
me?
right.
That's kind of hard to pronounce.
Sully and I had plenty of drinking competitions, but yeah,
Drinking competitions are easy.
we just drank and just beat each other up.
All right, so who do you have then?
That's how you
have Roy
train.
Jones or you have Mike Tyson for this coming
What's that?
fight? Roy
What?
Jones or Mike Tyson?
Yeah,
Next fight.
12th of September.
So Tyson and Jones are squaring off in September.
Yeah.
And Jones?
Yeah.
John
Yeah,
Jones?
Roy
Junior.
Jones.
Roy Jones. Okay.
No,
I thought you
Jim
meant-
Jones, and they're gonna drink Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson's fighting this September.
I thought he was talking John Bones Jones.
No,
Who, in my
Roy
opinion,
Jones.
Tom for
Tyson's
pound,
fighting this
John
September.
Yeah, exhibition fight.
I need to
Exhibition.
grab some
In
more
Los
wine,
Angeles.
fellas. I'll be right back.
If it don't get canceled, right?
Yeah, if you don't get canceled.
Yeah.
Well, conveniently, because actually, I'll tell you, half of the properties in Las Vegas have decided to close up until
This is
2021.
Los Angeles. It's on,
Speaking about a fight being
I
canceled,
thought you said I thought you
we
said
brought
Vegas.
this up in one of the last shows. But whatever happened with Chico Crypto and Hoskins fighting? That was set. That was done.
bullshit.
No,
Oh,
Chico's a
Crypto was gonna
pussy.
fight?
No,
Yeah,
yeah.
apparently.
There was
Eric.
it was all set up by Crow. It was going to happen.
Jolly Green
and
Giant.
nobody
Jolly
ever
Green Giant.
fucking talked about it. Nobody has brought that up.
Hey,
Yeah, but what about Chico?
I will
What about
volunteer my
Chico?
services. I will
Yeah,
volunteer
what
my
about-
services as a
What about
stuntman
Chico and Bit Boy?
on either
Okay,
side. I just want to see
Eric.
it happen.
Eric,
Me too.
you're new.
Eric,
You're
I'm
new
with you
to
with that
this. You're new to this. Chico, he actually calls out so many people. Like there's been 3 or 4 different people he's called out to fights. No, Chico won't do it. Chico just does this shit to build his ratings.
But I don't care.
Like,
I'll still be his.
I love the
I'll be his
research.
cut
I
man.
really do. I love.
I'll be his cut man. I'll sit in his corner. I don't care.
He won't. That's
Well, then
it.
he's a
He
bitch.
won't.
And he's a bitch.
He won't.
And fuck him.
He's had it set up with BitBoy. He's had it set up with Charles Hodgkinson. Charles Hodgkinson, of all people,
Dude.
so he had it set up. He's backed out of everything. All he does is talk a big talk. Shout out to his researcher. Fuck Chico.
His researcher's on the board.
Great research.
Yeah.
I want to see.
Yeah, but it's a 2-man team. If you watch his shit, he says that. And there's
But he's
another
a presenter.
person.
He's a presenter of the research.
He reads a script.
Yeah.
He got to a point. He got to
He's
a
like a
point on his
newscaster.
own. He got to exactly. He got to a point on his own. But he's a face. He's a front. And he's actually said in a couple of videos. He's removed a couple of videos. He thought what he put out was going to get him killed. And there was something he put out talking about the Russian mafia that would have got him killed had he not removed it. And there were other content creators who he's called out, who he talks shit about, who said to him, remove that. As much as we hate you, as much as you talk shit about us, we don't want to see you die because of a video.
Yeah.
And like one of his recent videos in the past couple of days, this week.
I don't watch the guy anymore. So.
Well, I like the research, but he's actually said at the very end of the video, don't kill me. In his video this week.
Really?
I'm not sure the subject, but he knows he's touching on areas because his researcher, and I've reached out to his researcher. I've reached out to Chico.
Okay, so hey, Rice, hold on a second. In what context is he like touching a nerve on people? You know what I mean? Who is he pissing off so much that would be like that fucking angry with him?
Do you realize what the Russian mafia is doing?
But like who else? So is every video that he's removing is just Russian mafia videos, or is there something?
No. There was one particular video. It's gone.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it's one video
that involves some implications with the Russian mafia. Now there's other things he said with the Russian mafia he's left up.
So it's all Russian mafia shit.
No. That's just part of it. But the Russian mafia is a huge part of it. Because he's playing with fire then. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like that's enough ammunition. Like, do you want to piss off the Russian mafia?
Yeah.
Like who work with the Russian government.
Dude, I'm 2 hours from the Russian border here.
Right. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. This is not that's why he deleted the video. But so Chainlink has lots of Russian connections. And he actually did a really interesting video recently talking about the idea that Sergei Nazarov, the creator of Chainlink, and a lot of his research on not Chico's end, but the partner's end, plays out. Like, you got to watch the video because he talks about the fact that Chainlink.
That's the one where he ended off with "Don't kill me," actually, because I remember this. Now I saw that video.
Yeah. You watch him, Nick? You watch him?
Yeah, I saw that.
Dude,
video.
it's great fucking research. If you're not watching this shit, you're dumb.
Yeah, he ended
as much as I hate fucking Chico, like Tyler Swope, as much as I don't like Tyler Swope, I appreciate his researcher.
You can appreciate the shit he does without fucking watching him.
I don't
watch every fucking video.
I appreciate the newscast, but not the host.
You're not on the camera, but okay.
Okay, I know where I'm at.
Speaking of the Russian mafia,
Rice is fine. He's just wearing a bro tank.
That Bert Kreischer.
No, I'm on both my shits. That's all.
The Bert Kreischer's pretty funny, isn't he? Yes, you're muted, Eric.
What now?
You're muted.
What about it?
I said, speaking of the Russian mafia, that Bert Kreischer is pretty funny.
Bert Kreischer?
Yeah.
What about him?
He's pretty hilarious.
Are you talking about my awful Walmart tank top that I'm wearing? Or what are we talking about?
I was talking a little shit about your tank top.
Dude, I got a little hot and sweaty. I'm sorry.
To be honest with you,
turn my air conditioning off to like do a live stream.
Sean, I don't even know Bert Kreischer. I don't even care. To be honest,
you've never seen Bert Kreischer when he join the Russian mafia on a field trip in
Oh,
college.
I saw that video. I saw that video.
Yeah, it's very hilarious. The
That is-
Machine.
Yeah, the machine.
You're missing
Well,
out, dude. You got to watch
Yeah,
that.
watch it.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Is it that good?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you'll die laughing. It's bad. It's funny. It's hilarious.
All right, so let me tell you this. My old boss.
You don't want to
is
fucking play
Oh,
with
hey,
Russians, though.
Rice, hold on. So, my old boss was a
Is it
Georgian
video?
refugee,
Sorry.
and obviously he's not too far away from Lee there, but Caucasus Mountains, right?
Oh,
And this cat is by far one of the hardest motherfuckers I've ever met in my life. At 9 years old, he was handed an AK and said, "Hey, you're the man now," because his father was a prominent businessman in Georgia, the Republic of Georgia. And he owned 3 different businesses, and he would get kidnapped a few times a year.
yeah.
And every time he would get kidnapped, he would go away for a couple of weeks, and then the family would pay the bounty or whatever it was, and he'd come back, and everything was well. But it wasn't until Russia started to annex large portions of Georgia, where all of a sudden he ended up coming over here with his father and the entire family. I got a really good insight about what happens within the Caucasus, within the Ukraine, especially being in Philly. A lot of the people who immigrate from that area come to Philly. This was a man who couldn't read English but owned a multi-million-dollar business, and in America, the guy I worked for couldn't read English, ran multi-million-dollar business.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and that's what America is about, right? So you start learning like why we do the things we do here in America, and what is the foundation of pure freedom. But you also that has a flip side, right? You also see what happens in other countries, right?
Yeah, but you also see how fucked up this country that you thought was the land of the free is, and like you realize it's not. You got, like,
Wait a second.
no.
Finish,
Oh,
Eric.
Rice. No.
Sorry.
We all know that this country isn't perfect,
Yeah.
but it's better than all the others, and I will just say that. And I don't mean it's better than all the others in all ways. I just mean that it there's a level of upward mobility, right?
You'd rather be here than somewhere else.
Well, okay, so yeah, inclusivity equals exclusivity regarding its balance, right? So, in my opinion, if you include somebody into something, you're also excluding people into other things, right? Or outside of other things. What I learned from the whole experience working with him is you don't fuck with people who have a Russian accent. You just don't do it. You just don't do it. You don't do it in any country ever. And the other thing you learn is that every single person that comes over here, it doesn't matter whatever Baltic states you're talking about, whether it's Georgia, any of the states, when they get over here, they immediately change their tune. There's something that happens to them where all of a sudden they go, you know what? It's not worth it. And we're here for a reason, and the reason is the United States of America.
So let me follow on that, Eric. Let me follow on.
Yeah. Come on.
I've always said there's a particular type of person that goes to the US. Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's the only place in the world that will give you the opportunity.
All opportunities.
It will give you all the opportunities you want to make as much money as you want. And it all depends on your hard work. Okay? How much work you put into it equals how much you're going to get out of it, right?
And how much risk you're
Yeah.
to absorb.
But it's the only country in the world that gives you that opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Like you can work in Europe, and you can have a really good life in Europe, right?
Yep. And you know,
But you will
you're
not
in
have
Europe.
the same risk to reward ratios.
Right.
I mean,
Right. Upward mobility.
Yeah. But like those people that are talking about that come from that part of the world, they got two things going from them. First of all, like I said, there's a particular type of person that wants to go to the US. They tick that box, and they will work their bollocks off to reach their goals.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
But it's also the same place in the world where I can go to, like right now as we speak. I haven't talked to him in probably a year. I could go to northeast Philly, walk in there, send him a text message that says where I am.
Yeah.
And I can be surrounded by Russians, even Bolsheviks, like traditional Bolsheviks. Every Eastern European, anybody that was from the USSR bloc, I could be surrounded by them.
Yeah.
And all we would do is go get a goat and start toasting, you know, and do everything that every one of those people had the same traditions. We could do it right here.
Isn't that
and
awesome?
We would
Isn't
never
that
fight.
fucking awesome?
And we would never fight.
Lee, the first thing I noticed,
Hold on,
the
Rice.
very first time I went to the US,
Yeah,
I couldn't believe how much of the cultures that each individual country had brought over.
Yeah.
And preserved, but not only preserved, but integrated also. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't like an inclusive thing, or it wasn't just like reserved for people that came over from a specific country.
No, but it was secluded because there you had your Irish areas, you had every area for every culture in early America.
hold on.
They embraced the American idea.
Ideally together, yes, but they were separated. But yes.
And so that's what I liked about the U.S.
That's why I said that I don't think that cultural appropriation is a real thing in the United States, because that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to take all the cultures and make it our own culture.
I thought that was Canada.
This is what I would call America. I would call North America the most fair playground.
Mm.
Yeah.
As long as you understand
Absolutely.
the rules, because that's why you're saying what you're saying, Lee. Because
absolutely, 100%,
that me and Eric said before everybody else joined in, when I said that we see a light at the end of the tunnel. There's something that we're like everybody's not getting above and beyond. Just to keep it simple, without going into detail. There's something else that we need to know.
There's two separate things. There's two separate things in the war. In what's going on right now, right? So you have one, which is assimilation. Assimilation means you give up all of your old culture to be able to blend in with American culture.
A melting pot.
No,
but America is not a melting pot.
No, it's not.
We give every fucking ethnicity their own little area, their own territory, everything.
I do not believe in assimilation. I believe that every culture that has ever immigrated into or emigrated into any certain localities, right? So I'm not saying like as soon as you come into Americans' borders that you have to assimilate into our culture, because America doesn't have a culture. Go to Louisiana and figure out their culture, and go to upper Northeast into Philly and figure that. Yeah.
I just want to. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I know I can interrupt you.
Yeah, that's fine.
I gotta go upstairs. My dog had another seizure.
You're good, man. Sorry, man. I'm glad we get to like. Tom, I'm glad I got to like take some time away from like that thought.
Oh,
process.
dude, it's been incredible. I really appreciate it.
I love you, brother.
Guys for being
I'm sorry
so
about your dog.
I love you too, man. Thank you for being so cool, guys. Nick, dude, it was really good meeting you. I wish we had a chance to talk more. Lee, dude, fucking, we definitely have to talk some more. And Sean, thank you so much, man. Dude,
next time, don't invite me next time.
Nice, good hanging out with you, man.
It's so nice to meet you, Tom.
Thanks for playing for us, Tom.
Eric, you can lick my balls like always, and
I'll do what I can from a distance.
I love for you, man. Thanks, guys.
Take care, seriously, like don't refrain to like keep me out the invitation, because sometimes I don't really want to stop talking.
No, I appreciate it, man. We got a lot of good guys we're talking to, man, and this community is only going to get bigger, and I appreciate everybody. So, Y'all take care, all right?
Thanks,
Freedom.
Take
man.
care, bud.
So,
Freedom.
Oh.
What's up, dude?
Love.
later, man.
Yeah, it's my boy right there. No,
It's our
I'm
boy,
sorry.
man.
Well,
He was your boy, but he's our boy. We're here
I met him.
together.
I met him first, motherfucker. No,
Is he your boyfriend?
Oh, from a distance.
Okay, because I mean, otherwise, me and your wife need to like having you talk.
Oh shit, we'll bring my wife on too.
Hey, Sean.
Bring her on.
Any chance of Larry the Ledge? Is it too late? Is it still too late?
Yeah, so
what?
he's not going to get home till 11 o'clock at night.
Oh wow.
What's that?
Larry the Legend.
You got to meet Larry the Legend. You got to meet.
So
And he's part of what the Larry and Joe show.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
He was.
He was the Joe part.
So he's just Joe the Legend. So it's now the Larry show without Joe.
He has his own channel.
Okay,
You
okay.
guys should check out
No,
Larry.
I will. I
Nick,
will.
you-
I know
Hey, guys.
you've.
Brooklyn
I
Larry.
got to jump, guys, because my wife made plans for tonight, and I'm supposed to follow her there.
Okay, I think we're going to
Thank
probably
you,
end
Nick.
it pretty soon.
Hey man,
So
Nick,
talk to
thanks
you
for
guys.
coming on, man.
Thanks,
Hey,
guys.
just to, yeah, Nick.
Yeah, man.
Later, as another guy who's competed.
Much love to Canada.
Thanks, man. Much love down there too.
Blame Canada. Shout out South Park.
Talk to you, Nick. Take care, man.
Later, boys. Ciao.
Take care.
So I'll say this: if you guys don't mind me wrapping up the whole last little bit,
Hold on, Lee. What are you hitting?
What?
Lee,
What?
what is that? What is that thing? What's in there?
Well, let me tell you this. What's in there is not strong enough. Put it that way.
Just nicotine, and you're craving. I get you. It's
Craving.
nothing. It's nothing illegal.
I'm actually craving a couple of lines, man.
But is in Finland? Is can you buy weed? Is it legal there?
It's legal to grow it.
It's not. It's not like Amsterdam. It's no shops.
No, it's not in the shops. No.
You can't buy it nowhere, like on the streets and no
But you grow it
shops.
for your own consumption.
Okay, but it's decriminalized.
Yeah. Same as prostitution.
Can you smoke outside and not have like worry about it?
You can grow prostitutes?
Oh, you can grow and smoke prostitutes.
But don't forget, it's a socialist country, so you got to share.
Yeah.
You got to share.
Well, I'm good at that. It's hell.
well, so
Share the
Lee,
misery.
Lee,
Salah.
you've been to America, right?
Yeah, I've been to America many times. Yeah. I got family all over.
And how long have you stayed? Like, what's your longest stay?
Longest day, 6 weeks. I've done coast to coast on 2 separate occasions on the Amtrak. It stopped
Okay,
last
so-
time.
What's your 2 questions, right?
Yeah.
What's your overarching idea of what America is? And then like when you got on that plane, that feeling after you left America, what was it? And then the other
Good
question, the other question would be
You only
in
want
all
to
the-
ask like
in all-
one or
hold
two
on, hold
questions
on,
at one time.
hold on. The other question is what was your favorite place?
So I'll give you the easy. My favorite place. I flip flop with my favorite place.
Vegas.
I gotta say, 2 cities I absolutely love: Vegas and New Orleans. I do like
fuck yeah.
New Orleans, is an amazing city. Absolutely, like party fucking city. You know.
Full
And-
freedom.
Yeah, I want to
full
go.
culture.
Yeah.
I mean, like, unfortunately, it's closed down right now.
Big ass beers. It's just a fucking amazing place.
But
Yeah.
Vegas is. I mean,
But
I'm
I gotta
sure.
say that
I'm
no
sure
city
New
in
Orleans
America
doesn't
that-
have like an open carry. Like you can walk around, and just, like drink wherever you want. But yeah,
yeah, I mean,
Dude, what the fuck are you talking about? There's cities where you can't carry a drink?
no, there's cities where you can carry a drink. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, aren't
Okay,
they all that
you act
way?
like that about Texas, but now Texas is starting to like put its balls between its like legs and all.
no,
up
in
its
New Orleans, you
asshole.
can walk down the street with a beer.
No, dude, you can walk down the street where I am right now as long as you don't give a fuck.
If you don't give a fuck, that's the
Yeah.
key. That's the key.
So
But
let me
But the
let me
law,
answer your
the
question.
law
Let
in
me
the
answer your
United States is
question.
like, unless you're in a certain area that allows it, you cannot walk around
I don't agree
outside
with
of a
them.
certain bar.
No, I'm, that's not the law. That's ridiculous.
No,
Nope,
that's the
I don't
law,
agree with-
and that's
I
what you
don't-
have to
I don't-
combat. I combat
No.
it all the time.
Nope.
Every time I combat it,
No.
I get kicked out of places, and I can't
Nope.
go to places no
Nope.
more because I
Nope.
question every point of authority.
Who the fuck can tell you can't
I will
roll around
walk.
with that
I
beer
will
with a
walk down
drink?
the street. I will walk down
There's
the street. I will drive.
there's a thing in the United States, like when you participate in a DMV, the Department of Motor Vehicles System, that if you drive around with an open,
That's in a car, yeah, but not walking down the street.
No, there is the same fucking thing, and you actually get arrested for being drunk in public. They will take you in because no matter what, they'll question you. Then they'll breathalyze you. You'll sit in there enough time, you'll sober up, regardless if you're not drunk enough to like be held in the tank for a certain amount of time. But regardless, you cannot walk around general parts of the United States, even like Denver, Colorado, where it's legal like to buy weed. You can't smoke weed in public unless you're on your own front porch.
I've done it. I've done it times.
Too. And I've also been in trouble, and I've also been encountered by the law. And so I'm saying if you're not doing
there's
it,
one thing I don't like about the US.
Well, there are laws and regulations and restrictions you have to fucking follow.
The one thing I don't like about the US is when you get into trouble, you get into fucking trouble.
Well, it's not like apparently.
You know what I mean?
Mexico.
Like you get in trouble here, they say, "Hey, don't fucking do that again. Piss off." But in the US, they take you in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's because our prison systems become such a profitable system.
Laws and you enforce the fucking things
very strictly. They want people to be in jail, Lee.
I think
they want
I think
anybody
y'all are
that's like.
ridiculous, dude. And that's.
Okay, let me go back. Let me go back to Eric's questions. So he asked me a couple of questions. My favorite place, probably Vegas and New Orleans. Secondly, you asked me every time I leave, what do I think? Every time I leave, I always feel a bit sad because it is the one country that I always think that you can do anything you want here from a business perspective. You know what I mean? Like over here where I am, right? Let's say I set up a business. So first off, I got to pay tax to the government before I make a cent to set up the business. But anyways, let's say I make $1 million a year. Do you know how much tax I would pay on that $1 million?
51%.
90%.
What the fuck?
90%. 90%, dude.
Dude.
So there's no motivation to set up a business.
Incentive, yeah.
Well, I know America's the land of the free. I know that. But if you're an American, we realize the constrictions we have. If you're not an American,
but your constrictions are different than our constrictions.
But if you're not an American, I can see your perspective 100%. It's not like it's not like what you're saying is like something I can't fathom, because I understand there's a reason why we call this the land of the free. Because there's a reason why a lot of foreign entities
come. That's not necessarily true either, Rice. You know
well,
what I mean?
but there's a lot of opportunity. I've seen a lot of foreign entities be able to take advantage of loans
or from an entrepreneur's
situations.
So hold on. So that's the one thing that I've done in my own, delve down the rabbit hole, everything I can possibly find out. How the hell can I get my own application to work within real life? Yeah. And that's the one thing that I've noticed is that there's an overarching theme regarding this idea of freedom. This idea of freedom is simply a few things. Yeah. I as a person would like to see my kids have a better opportunity than me, right? Yeah. Which means upward mobility. Upward mobility is one of the most important things in all of humanity, in my opinion.
100% correct. I agree.
That's yeah. And then to not have it infiltrated or usurped by a government, it should be free, right?
Absolutely.
And I think that every country in the world would say that upward mobility, a place to live, and the ability to actually make some money or do something and make all of our stuff decent, is what all of us want.
Of course.
and there's few countries in the world that will let that happen. I'm not saying that the U.S. is the only one, because I've seen other people in other countries be able to do that with reckless abandon. Again, the guy I was talking to from Georgia, he's a refugee. He owns a condo in Tbilisi he's never been to, right? But he rents it out, and he actually gets the money from there. So I'll say this, that
I want to say this. I can go to a convenience store down the street with a gun strapped to my hip. I
love you.
buy a beer. I can open it when I walk out of the convenience store, and I can drink the beer on my way home. To me, that's not weird. To me, that's just the way it is.
It's because you're in the semi-republic of Texas.
But hearing you guys talk about that, like it confuses me. Like when I found out you can't buy a pit bull in Florida.
There's no place.
Someone can tell you.
Well, why is the only place that should be holding down fort? Why is the only place in the United States that should be like holding down the fort? Why are they enforcing masks?
Or so if you're going down the whole like
it's what people want. It's what the majority
it's what
of
Texas citizens want.
Yeah, it is what the majority want.
That's fucked. So we're in a fuck battle.
Back to Eric's original question.
Rice, if for every single time we've ever had a conversation, it all boils down to one thing: the consent of the people. Governed.
The
consent
people who
of
accept,
the governed.
The people who accept that they're governed.
No,
the people who accept that they're governed.
That is such a good statement. Not
the people that are governed. The people that accept they're governed.
Well,
you're accepting to be governed. That's a fact.
Well, that's what's called consent. That's what's called consent.
Yeah, I was going to say, you guys are both saying the same thing.
Yeah,
but I'm trying to make a point. And
the consent of the governed is what manages this entire world.
If you're being consenting as a governed individual, that you're a shill, that you're a little slave.
If we're going down
part of this little system.
Hold on,
we're going down the road of compliance.
Get off the ship.
Different thing. You know what I mean?
Be a passenger.
Hey,
because
Lee,
everybody here is the exact same. The mask.
But we are all of us. Everybody watching. We are all the same.
I haven't worn a mask.
It's a matter of knowledge.
The whole time this thing has been going on, I haven't worn a mask once.
I'll tell you this, Lee. I am one of the most freedom-loving assholes in the world.
I'm like that, dude.
He's almost a freedom maximalist. Almost.
There's nothing wrong with that, man. I would be insane.
So I'm right there. But you can't be complete. You got to be acceptant.
Here's one thing. I was on vacation last weekend, right? And I went to. Oh fuck! You're pouring a shot. That looks like. Oh, that's fuck.
He's serious.
My boy.
He's playing serious.
Okay,
around, man.
so I'm gonna.
Tonics don't play. That's the real shit.
No tonic.
Just drink gin. Either way, it's real.
I'm gonna talk about this while I walk inside. I'm gonna talk about this while I walk inside, and I'm gonna say this. I went to Bristol, right? You know what Bristol is?
Tennessee.
Nope. Bristol is where.
Bristol, UK, no?
No, the moonshine capital.
But it's Bristol, Tennessee, to be specific.
Yes.
Right.
So.
Because it's Bristol, Virginia, and I'm from Virginia.
Vermont, moonshine capital.
Definitely. Shout out to Bernie Sanders and communism.
And Mount Pillier.
But I want to hear Eric's point.
I'm sorry.
I got a question.
All right. So here's the deal. Mm-hmm. I went to Bristol to a NASCAR race, a full-blown NASCAR race.
Yeah.
In the midst of this whole thing, I'm looking at the quintessential there's a dichotomy that is happening, right? So as I walk through the doors in a place that at one point in time was the origination of the fuck you to the government for the 21st Amendment.
Yes.
Where alcohol was not involved, right? All of a sudden you're going to say alcohol is illegal. Well, we'll make cars faster than your police, right? And we're going to circle back to the original statement of Satoshi Shon. And when I walk in there, they're telling me I have to wear a mask. I have to do all the other things, right?
Yeah.
So I'm being told that in the quintessential like place where freedom regarding that one point in time, the 1920s, in that time, this whole sport that I'm going and buying a ticket for and going into, they're telling me to wear this mask. They're telling me to do this thing, right?
Yes.
And you know what? I actually wore the mask for the first time.
But did you
as
have
an
a
American.
choice? You had no
What's
choice?
that?
You had no choice?
Oh, no, they actually gave me the mask. And what the guy said, he was like 80 years old. And this is not the guy that should run this joint. He said,
Can't wear your mask, sir.
He said, put this mask on and I'll let you in the door.
That's fucked
I have
up.
a breathing problem.
I said, do I have to? No, but listen to this. Do I have to wear it in there? And he says, no. You just have to enter. These are NASCAR rules. Yes, with the mask. These are NASCAR rules. So I put the mask on, and it's like this. And he goes, hey, it's got to be over your nose.
Nose, yeah.
But it can be anything. It could be your shirt if you want it to.
No shit. I said, no shit. It's got to be over my nose.
Your shirt would apply.
Okay. So I went like this.
Yeah.
And I put it over my nose. Afterwards.
Yeah.
Put it off. Oh, sorry. So, took it
Everybody
off.
else walks around like that too. Like it's a beard covering. If you have to cover up your hair in a restaurant, it's like most people don't even cover their nose up. It's like a beard covering. It's just like some compliance thing.
The big issue with the mask that I have is, apart from the freedom thing, is you can get infected through your eyes.
Yeah, you can get sick, however,
like
for
what
compliance.
the fuck is the point of the mask?
But
And the other thing I don't like is, who in the fuck has the right to tell you what you can fucking wear?
Well, there's no standard for masks.
Now, I'm used to this shit over in Europe.
There's no standard though. I can wear a Halloween mask,
but in the
it's
U.S., your constitution is sacred over there, right?
Yeah, it's a constitutional violation regardless.
Unbelievable to me.
But there's no minimum requirement. Like
you can enforce mask
your face has to be covered. You can have
with
a
6 months of research into this fucking thing.
Look. This gives me authority to come into your place, honestly, and this isn't protecting me or you. Period. But this gives me authority. And this
I come from a background in healthcare, right? 10 years working in healthcare. Yeah. But freedom of choice is the
freedom of choice is the
thing to me.
Because if somebody can wear a fucking Halloween mask,
you have to have so much evidence to say that somebody has to wear a mask.
Well, what's the difference between a T-shirt or a handkerchief versus an N100 mask?
Exactly. But like,
so where is the minimum requirement?
Viruses aren't just
do on the same standard.
Your nose,
what
your
you're
mouth.
saying to cover your face up, like literally, this works for most stores. This does.
Right. If you take that stance, you got to cover your hands and you got to cover your eyes.
I mean, I understand health. I don't want to wear it. That's why I say get your own inhaler. You don't have to have asthma. Just find something that looks like this.
At the Spanish flu.
Just look like this, and just say, I have breathing problems.
Sean's telling me about that, man. I love that.
You don't even have to say, because I do. I smoke lots of herb. I'm 45. I smoke herb. I smoke cigarettes. I have breathing problems, okay? But whether or not I need this is a question. But if I present this,
I don't know. Can I ask you
good. I'm
good.
good.
I know Sean's stance in this.
Oh, right.
I don't know your stance, Rice, and I don't know your stance, Rick. But
hold on, before you do that, everyone, Tony Macaroni Baloney is here. Hello, Anthony.
What's on your arm there, Sean?
Is this D Tony?
The Tony that was hit by a car at 70 miles an hour.
That's insane, man. I remember Sean telling me that about 2 years ago, and I was like,
70 miles an hour?
Fuck, did you survive that?
He was changing a tire, and the dude came 70 miles an hour, bam.
On the side of the highway?
Yeah, he jumped up, or else he would have been exploded.
Toll road.
Yep, and now he's walking around, all good to go.
Man, I remember Sean telling me that, and I was like, how the fuck did he survive?
All like literally all hell to you, man.
Thank you.
That's a feat.
Yeah, I have to wear a damn face mask all day at work, and it fucking
Where do you
sucks.
work at, man? Where do you work at?
AT&T
You have to wear a mask all day?
Where do you work
all
at?
day, and then what really pisses me off when people bring they're all wearing masks, but their kids, the babies, like newborn babies, they don't have any kind of precaution. And we had one guy in our work test positive for COVID.
Mm.
So it's
But 11-year-olds and down don't have to wear a mask.
oh they don't.
11 and
Oh
down.
no,
Yeah.
I don't see
I don't know.
how they can't get it.
Because I mean, they
Yeah,
have
you
strong
can't get
immune
it if you're
system. They
if you're
shouldn't.
10. You're sound.
They should be the safest.
Huh.
Can I
The
ask
little ones.
Can I ask a question?
You're not raising your hand like you usually do, but okay.
All right. 1.5 million people died last year of tuberculosis.
Yeah, correct.
Where was our masks?
Okay,
And
Eric, can I ask you a question?
TB is one of the most infectious diseases on the planet.
I want to ask you a question.
Well, what
I
was
don't
it? Bird flu or swine flu, whatever the flu was.
Yeah, but
the
listen.
N1, whatever. 2 years
H1N1.
ago. Yeah,
H1N1.
54 million.
54 million.
for what we have dealing with in this year, the current crisis we're in, and I don't know statistics, but you look at all the countries in the United States with the homeless population, has that decreased at all?
I don't think it has it?
I don't think so.
No.
And like I've been homeless, dude. I've been in some situations, and some I might have put myself in purpose, but I have an understanding. And I know.
Can I say one thing, Rice?
You're right,
I've been in
Phil.
the same situation.
Well,
I know where you're coming from.
the only thing I'll tell you is like when you're in that situation, whether or not you choose it, and that's where you're at. If you don't have cash available to you, you're not eating healthily, and you're not taking vitamins. You're not putting in the right nutritions into your body. So not without sounding wrong or trying to put down homeless people, because I'm not trying to, but you would think that homeless people would be on the level of the old people who have no immune system, who are just like, because we hear about the deaths happening in the old
Well, the high risk group.
right. But where's the decrease in homeless population? Not only in the United States, which is like absorbent,
That would be a fucked up
but all
status.
around the world. Where is the decrease in population of homeless
That
people?
would be a fucked up status.
It seems like we still have the same amount of homeless people out there.
Of course.
So when you say there's a problem,
Listen, I think
that
Sean
makes
said.
me question every motherfucking thing.
I think Sean was bang on. H1N1 killed 54 million people.
It's all you, Sean.
Nobody batted an eyelid.
Eric, whoever, but it's all you. But they just like, it just dumbfounds me. Like how can we have like all-time highs in the stock market and all-time
almost 27
highs, like all-time highs in the stock market and all-time highs in our unemployment numbers, but yet like the unemployment is not dying, or the homeless people are not dying.
Sean,
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Where were all of our numbers?
I don't know. It's
where
not U.S.
were-
numbers, not real doctors' numbers.
No, Sean. Where were our numbers for H1N1? Where were our masks? Where
Exactly.
were our CDC? Where was
Well,
NIH?
what you're all neglecting to mention is that what you're saying is critical thinking.
Oh yeah, fuck, man.
And that is what is that's what has
That's
really
what's wrong
gone
with
away.
us, man.
That's what the real
I need
casualty
to
is.
stop thinking. Apparently,
Yeah.
So what is this? So what is
and
this
I'll be
about,
all right.
Sean?
Is that like the solution to my conundrum? Stop
What is
thinking.
this about?
And
What
just
is
be
this about,
dumbass?
Sean?
At the very minimum, it's about
What is this about, Sean?
the very minimum. I think it's about seeing what people will do when they're told to do it.
Do you know what? 100%
No,
correct.
that's exactly fucking right, man.
100% correct,
fucking
Sean.
doing
100%
it, man.
correct. Yeah. And think about this. Who are the people that have benefited from this virus? So-called virus.
Not us.
Lowe's and Home Depot.
The only people that have benefited
In
no, I mean,
Walmart.
higher
Well,
than
if
that,
it's
are the governments
on
and
the
they've
basic
tested-
And the
on the
Nazi
basic
party,
tested-
apparently.
on the basic
they have
critical
tested how
thinking.
subservient their
Hold on.
population is.
Why
Lee.
is
Lee
it
got it.
why is it
No,
that you're
Lee-
not allowed?
Sean.
Why
Sean,
is
sorry
why
to
is a
interrupt.
group of 10 people not okay for your wedding? but it's okay in line at Home Depot.
And dude, well, I mean, when you say there's all-time highs in the stock market and all-time high record unemployment,
Means nothing. Means nothing.
that shouldn't even
Lee.
fit in the same sentence.
Lee,
Like that is a
Lee.
retarded. Like what I just
Call him my
said
name.
is retardation.
Lee,
Yes.
you were saying something that was profound, in my opinion. Not only because all of us are in America, but you're overseas. What were you just saying?
The whole point of this was the governments to see how subservient their people are.
And that's not in our own country. That's in another country.
But it's also reversed to let you
Hold
know
on.
what the controlling factors are telling the people that are being subservient. Because
Think
the
about
only
this.
reason people are being subservient is because
about this.
they're accepting what they're being told. It's because of the local
whole
and
problem?
state
Isn't that
leaders
the
in
whole
the
problem,
United
right?
States.
Hold
Isn't
on.
that the whole problem? That you accept what you're told by your governments?
Oh, I
Think about
do
it.
that.
There's
angers the
countries
fuck
over
out
here
of me.
that haven't shut down, right? Some of them are quite small, and some of them are
Shout out to
relatively-
Switzerland.
Yeah. Look at Cyprus. They've had virtually 0 cases. Norway, open for business. Iceland,
out.
open for business, right? So
Shout
like,
out.
it's
Shout
not,
out for not fucking
it's nothing to do
participating.
how it's nothing to do how this fucking thing was managed. It's governments testing their population to see how far they can push them. It's all about subservience. To
Well,
me.
I think
and
it
or
all
the-
boils down to
and
what,
or
what- so all
somebody
boils down
pointing
to
out.
it all boils down to one of the best quotes ever, and Voltaire said it. He said, "Those that can make people
Harris wrinkles with
believe absurdity
Yes.
can make those people commit atrocities."
Yeah.
And where did Voltaire get that statement?
This is Eric's Bible. So
I don't know.
You ready?
Yeah.
Go.
Joseph Goebbels. I've never seen anything anything work out in a way that meshes as well as what we're going through as the quotes from the propaganda minister of the Nazi Party. Right now, we're watching this play out in the same way.
Yeah.
You know,
I
Lee.
said it earlier, dude. I said
Eric,
I wasn't. when
Eric, I said the show on a
when
month
I
ago.
said something about Peaky Blinders, there was a reason for that. Like the Peaky
said the show on a
Blinders
month ago.
shows us a little bit of a
These-
history of how that
Lee's
party.
about to do it. Lee's about to do it.
Love you,
I
Lee.
said Sean a month ago. We've been down this road before,
Joseph Goebbels.
right?
Yeah.
And where
And-
did that end up? Where did that end up?
We're there. We're there right now.
What was
We're
that
watching-
project
not-
called,
we're-
Eric?
We're not at the point yet.
What was that
We're
project
not at the 1936 point yet, but we're leading up to 1936.
Well, I'll tell you this.
The
Hey,
paperclip shit.
Lee.
The,
Well,
the,
no,
Na-
no,
the
no.
Nazis won.
Well,
is the point.
No,
The Nazis
no.
won that war.
No, they did not. No,
They
did
did.
not.
They infiltrated like a motherfucker.
No, if I will show you where Stalin, fucking, what's his?
The stuff me and you were
Dumbass.
talking about talks about a Nazi coup.
Well, dude,
I'm not talking about Germany and Hitler. I'm talking about the Nazi party.
Well, no. So there was. I was just talking about this with my boss. That's why I'm so glad I work where I do and I live where I do, is because I'm very blessed in the conversations I can have with intellectual people. And I'll say this, that when we got done with World War II, there was a 2-year span before
lost that
World
war.
War II. Well, no, there's a 2-year span where we were negotiating what was going to happen. And then all of a sudden
Because
you
we knew
end
we
up,
would lose.
well, no.
And we lost.
World War I.
No. And for every war, you have to decide and distribute the spoils of that war. You have to define where your border begins and the others end. I mean, there's a reason why Trump right now is actually going to pull all of our troops out of Germany.
And
Yeah,
Trump's
and
the
World War
first
II
fucking president to
World War
do
II,
that.
that was decided in Nuremberg.
What's that? I'm sorry, I can't hear.
In World War
Go
II,
ahead.
that was decided in Nuremberg.
Yeah, and who was there? Stalin,
Yeah.
Tom Hanks.
and Tom Hanks. Yes, Tom
Your League
Hanks
of
was
Nations,
there.
your League of Nations people were there.
Yeah, exactly. Yes,
Is what I'm getting at. I understand. So it was a Nazi coup.
Yep.
It's a
Yes.
socialist communist coup.
It at the time it wasn't a coup. It was a negotiation to see what was going to happen. They were dividing conquered territories.
Yeah,
They were dividing conquered territories, and those aren't just
Eric in the
limited.
1930s.
Oh, hold on. They were not limited to geographical location. They
Absolutely.
were limited. They were actually limited to the people who
Yes.
were in those geographical territories.
But they were limited to the jurisdiction in those fucking areas. And they
Now
were
you're
never
talking-
convicted
now-
in a court of law. And law is what's important, bro. And
No,
you know
but
that.
no, but now
They
you're
were,
talking
they
about
were limited to the people. that
Shout out
lived
to
in those
Eisenhower.
areas.
no, but now you're talking about the people who, and we're not talking about persons. We're talking about people.
Yeah.
No,
now
no. We're talking about
no.
persons, not people.
That depends, because you're talking.
A people's a real
let's-
man, a real
Hey,
woman.
no, well,
A
let's
person's
not.
is a corporation.
No, let's not get into this
It-
now.
got-
because it
we'll
doesn't
simplify
pertain-
it. We'll simplify it, but okay.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
let's-
always remember, guys, when we're on this show, always remember
Sorry.
KIFS.
I know.
What's
I
that?
know. That's why you shouldn't have invited me on the show, man. I'm sorry.
No, we're doing good. We're doing good. We're doing
I'm
good.
So,
trying.
so,
Man, you're, I'm,
so,
trying.
man, I'm proud
It's
of you,
so
man. Man,
hard.
I'm proud of you. I'm
so
proud
if
of
we're
you.
gonna keep it fucking simple,
Yeah.
let's look at the picture that was nothing more than who's that fucking fat ass? Winston Churchill.
Churchill.
Yeah, Churchill. And who was the other guy sitting next to him? Stalin,
Yes,
who
Stalin,
killed more people than anybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but who else is in
And-
power at that same time period too? And who
No,
was
no, no, no.
who
hold
was
on,
Stalin
hold on,
associated
hold on.
with?
Hold on. And then who's next to them? Truman.
True, man. Yeah.
And they were legitimately dividing their spoils. At
Yeah,
that
and
picture,
they admit that.
and they admit it. They admit it. And what we've gone through over the course, in my opinion, silent weapons for quiet wars is legit. It's a legit thing, and we
I'll give
are
you guys links
going.
for that. if you guys
We are
wanna check it
going
out.
through. We are going through the Third World War.
We've been. It's been
Yes.
ongoing
Yeah.
for quite
But
some time. It's
We're
since
we're
like the
repeating-
early 1920s, mid
repeating history, right?
1920s, easily.
Now think about it. Think about Eric, your friend that came from Georgia, and he's
Mhm.
probably from South Ossetia.
Where's
Excuse me?
Ossetia?
He's
Excuse
probably
me?
from South Ossetian, which is like the part
It's
of
by
the
Atlanta.
Russian dispute.
Oh no! He's
Hold
right
on
on the
now.
Baltic
Hold on.
Sea.
When you talking
He's right-
like Atlanta,
Hold on. No, he's right on the Baltic Sea, and he is what he would claim to be a Basque. He's a Basque.
Oh, he's a Basque.
yeah,
Lee,
he's a Basque.
like hit me
Oh,
up,
okay.
hit me up DM on Twitter.
Yeah, he's a Basque.
We need to
Oh,
talk.
okay, that's different. I
Oh,
thought it was
oh.
from South Ossetia.
And guess what, Lee?
Mm.
The guy you were just talking about or
Yeah.
talking to, Tom,
Mhm.
my guitarist, and his singer, who is
Yeah.
his brother, also a Basque.
No way.
No shit.
That's fucking awesome,
Yeah.
man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm a
So
fucking
all of
prince.
them, all of
I'm
them.
Them
royalty.
Irish guys, so like Irish are always
Yeah, we
I'm
know.
royalty
We know what a
in
Basque
Wales,
is.
man.
like, yeah.
We know what a Basque is.
They're the only
So-
they're the only nations, they're the only people that supported us when we were fighting for our independence. You know what I mean?
Well, and not only that.
Are we talking about
they've
clans?
actually- no, they well, kind of. We're kind of
to a degree, yeah.
talking about clan. We're the Basque was the only people to actually maintain a population and
Yeah.
also, and also be able to
So long. How we gone so long?
Yeah, I heard that, babe.
What's that?
We've gone so long. It's like I didn't
know.
realize we were like doing this for almost 3
Dude.
hours.
If we start getting into the Basque,
What'd you say, Tony?
Yeah.
We can't
We're
keep
gonna
this
go-
shit
we're gonna be
simple,
here for 4
man.
hours.
Babe,
It's
we don't do that.
impossible
Mm.
unless you ask me simple questions like 1 + 1.
I do have to go though. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I see
Yeah,
that,
I think
man.
we're gonna.
I think I
we're
know
gonna
too.
we're gonna end it. We're hitting 3 hours, man.
It's a good point, but we could go on forever, and like I'm proud of Lee for not falling asleep, like for real, because like this has been 3 hours, and I know he fell asleep a lot sooner.
Okay.
So
I was 12 hours into that shift. Okay.
I
Before I even got
always saw
on,
like an hour,
fucking-
maybe an hour and a half before you fell asleep in the
Oh my
4
God,
hour
man.
stream. But you can
Oh my God.
defend it. It's good. I love you
We'll
regardless.
meet face to face. We'll meet face to face. We'll do it head on.
I've totally enjoyed this.
Can I
but,
just
like,
say one thing? Can I just? Tony is freaking me out with that snake.
where is it at? Oh, on his penis.
I am.
I got
so-
snakes
to
on
my
my
little
penis.
I'm so snake phobic.
Can we write a song about it? Like snakes
Look
on
how
my
big
cock, my cock 10.
Oh my god, man, that's fucking mental.
It's huge.
Oh, dude, like make your snake get like all up in that like camera, dude. Like throw it. Like I love snakes,
You love snakes?
and
I
they
knew
like
you.
they love heat. No, like I'm very hot natured. Like I have a lot of energy, and snakes and like cold blooded reptiles dig me.
I don't think he
I'm
loves
good
it.
with that. So I don't like this is one thing that doesn't get shown very often on any of my shit, but this is very symbolic of some poison I want to remind myself to stay away from.
To stay
Fuck
away
that
from her to
fuck the
put in.
serpent. Fuck that serpent is what I'm saying. And when I start to disclose the light, you'll understand. Stay away from the serpent.
So, guys, before everybody goes, we gotta do this again.
Many times.
Yeah, I would have been.
I mean, if you want to make
Yeah.
Friday a regular thing, and we want to
I
call it
enjoy
like
this.
drunk,
Yeah, Friday's
on-
good for me, man. Friday's good for me.
drunk on current events. I'm good with this. Like we can do our Thursday thing on my
Drunk on
channel,
current
and
events,
whoever
yeah.
come in, I'm good here. I love it.
Good for me.
I love Sean. And I've been looking forward to talking to you, Lee.
Yeah, man. I think we had a
It's like
good first introduction, man.
well, it's
I
been
enjoyed
like
it.
it's been a long time coming.
Hey, Lee.
I just knew the time difference, and I was trying to respect that. That was all.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's 4 a.m. now here.
Can you this charger right here?
7-hour difference is like a big deal.
Yeah.
Because you had to what? If I could take a nap before you did this thing.
No, man. I've been up since Wednesday waiting for you.
Oh yeah, well I was told by your lover in Texas that you had to nap and prepare for this.
Tony, you hear what Rice is saying about you, man?
Oh, that I had to nap.
No, you're Lee's lover.
It's Lee, the non-Irish guy.
It's fucked up.
Hey,
Tony, that he would, like,
whoa. Hey,
that
we've
Sean
got a
even
good
put that
show.
on you.
No,
fuck it up, man.
that's
That he wouldn't
Scott.
accept that butt beating.
I was going to see if Scott would come on, but you know he has to download an app.
Oh,
so
get
that's not
37 on. You got to get 37.
Yeah.
happening.
Terry,
I will definitely
I know your
salute
wife is
all you
giving you shit.
motherfuckers. I love you guys.
Take care, man.
All right.
Hey,
It was good
Lee.
talking with y'all.
Have
Yeah.
a good
Thanks,
night.
Sean.
I'm gonna end it, y'all. Thanks for watching. See y'all in the next video.
Hey, Lee,
Bye.
get a hold of